And then other Conci semis going on. Connor McGonigal, he's trailing Zeth Romney 3-1.
Yeah. And guess what, Spade? We are live on YouTube now.
Now we got the chat popping.
Guys, we missed a couple minutes there, and that was on me. I'm going to own that.
Hey, way to own it,
You're multitasking, Bray.
I'm going to own that.
And where are we right now?
Well, we're here at the Purple Bee, our watch party, presented to you guys by Cliff Keen Athletic.
Thank you, Cliff Keen.
All this gear, including James Brown's Panther Train headgear.
That's for Keck Eisen. We'll be changing that out.
That's all presented by Cliff Keen, as is our coverage of the NCAA Championships. Thank you guys for the sponsorship, Cliff Keen. We appreciate it. And thanks for the Purple Bee for hosting.
Yeah.
And giving us homemade salsa all weekend long.
An amazing host here at the Purple Bee. We love these guys.
It's been awesome.
We learned about donk toss.
By the way, Zan Fugit up 3-1 over Braden Davis right now. What a tournament by Fugit. This guy made the NCAA semis from the 14 seed. Had a great match last night with Drake Ayala. Mm-hmm. And here he is with a lead over Braden Davis.
And he's from Bader? What state?
Nixon, Missouri.
Yeah, there you go.
Nixon, Missouri. Mm-hmm. Down in the southwest region of the state.
Scoreless for Ventresca Lilidal. Matt Ramos with a 3-1 lead over Sheldon Seymour. Zeth Romney up 6-1 over Connor McGonigal.
Yeah, man, if Zan Fugit takes out Davis.
Yeah.
I mean, are we still ringing the bell for upsets? I feel like
I think we can.
Upsets or upsets?
We can ring the bell.
Saturday morning, why not? Who doesn't want to hear bells Saturday morning after a late night?
You.
No.
Yeah.
Let's have a time. I think Seymour's nose has been bleeding quite a bit. I feel like we've taken a lot of blood time in those matches.
Keith Gothard in the chat, so that's good.
Good morning, Keith.
Keith.
Morning, sunshine.
Natural athlete, Davy Hill. Davy Hill says good evening. Well, I don't know where you are, but it's evening somewhere.
That's true.
As they say.
Braden Davis trying to kind of go big here. Oh my gosh, Zan Fugit. This looks like it could be a score. Shot there from Davis, and look at Fugit. Nice reattack. Fugit definitely wrestling the best he has all season.
There's a time to do it.
Yeah, this is the weekend. I mean, and he's a freshman. This is one of those weekends where you have a good performance here. All of a sudden, that you can kind of establish that level for the rest of your career. Mm-hmm. See it happen every year. And Fugit with another takedown, 7-1. The 14 seed leading Braden Davis to 8.
You know, and it's good for the entire Badger program. They kind of needed a boost.
Spark. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a couple of their best guys on redshirt. Braxton Amos, Joey Zargo aren't in the lineup. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't always been the best performances for the Badgers, not up to their usual standards. But now you get a guy like this, and it kind of, makes a difference.
And we mentioned this before, Saturday morning, really very different, especially inside the arena from Friday night. Friday night's like everything's on the line. It's kind of tense. There's a lot of emotion. Like, you can feel it. Saturday morning is just like, we mentioned it yesterday. It's like, pressure's off. We're all Americans. It's been a crazy season. It's been a long tournament. We're banged up. We're kind of happy and in good moods. And
you made weight for the last time in a long time, or maybe ever.
Yeah, the tension's just not there, and it's a very easygoing feeling. And like you said, not half the crowd, but
It's a little sparse. Missing. Yeah. I like this angle. We're finally getting a shot of press row. I haven't seen.
Finally, a shot of press row.
Well, it's this is the first time not being there for me in a while. Mm-hmm. I recognize some of the SIDs in there. Matt Ramos with another takedown. Ooh, short time. So he's going to set himself up nicely for this third period.
Yeah, that's nice. 6-2 lead.
And this is Matt Ramos's last couple matches. It'll be this one plus one more in a Boilermaker singlet. What a career. Maybe one of the best Purdue guys to ever do it, huh?
Yeah.
He'd be up there.
He is. He's way up there.
Romney's still leading 6-1. Wow, Fugit now at the end of the second period. He just picked up a stall call, but he's going to be leading 7-1. That was his first warning.
Now, you mentioned Ramos, one of the best Purdue wrestlers, but Joey Blaze with the opportunity to become
Even better.
The first NCAA champ for Coach Ursland.
Yeah.
That'll be tonight. And, I mean, he's the 8 seed, but he's wrestling the 7 seed, Antrell Taylor. They've split, I think, Antrell Taylor with a 2-1 lead in their series. But both guys have won in the past. Pretty different styles also, those two guys.
Yeah. All right. All that talk about All-Americans by state makes me want to do a little
dive.
quick research here.
While you're diving on that, we got a 1-1 match now. Eddie Ventresca escaped, so Luke Lillidahl, Eddie Ventresca knotted at 1. And this is another clash of styles. Ventresca just so solid defensively. Luke Lillidahl, lightning fast leg attacks and re-attacks. So see where this goes. Ventresca's path maybe ride outs. We saw Sheldon Seymour kind of employ that strategy in the quarterfinals yesterday.
Okay, so according to my research, which goes back to the year 2000, Ohio has had like 1 or maybe 2 more All-Americans several times, maybe 2-3 times, but never has 2 states had more All-Americans than Pennsylvania. And 6 is the lowest on record. They had 7 back in 2001. They've had 8 a couple times, never 6.
Can I make a prediction, Spay?
Yes.
4 years from now, that'll be like 2029.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's crazy.
Maybe 3 years from now. I think that 2028, 2029, I think PA is going to have like a wide gap for first.
More like cumulative, or just that
just
year.
those years, because like looking at the high school rankings.
Yeah, who's coming up the pipe?
Who's coming up? Like right now, Pennsylvania has had a little bit of a renaissance. Just like, I mean, they have the number 1 and number 2 high school teams in the country inside the state of Pennsylvania, and just unbelievable depth in that state. Well, you see that when the top 2 teams in the country are in the state, it kind of raises the level around them.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, these guys start trying to knock off the number 1 guy in the country, not the number 18 guy in the country, you know? And so I just think that because of what's happening right now in high school wrestling, we're going to see a resurgence. And it cycles down and it cycles up. And
Ebbs and flows. It's not like Pennsylvania like stopped having good kids and good coaches and good programs.
I mean, and all these states have plenty of good kids and good programs and good coaches. It's just like, to be an All-American is, I mean, that's as good as it gets.
Yeah. Oh, Lillidahl.
Re-attack from Lillidahl, yeah.
Re-attack.
They're in overtime here, Lillidahl and Ventresca. So if he can take him down, which it looks like.
He got him.
Yeah.
Lillidahl into the third
He's
place
fired
match.
up.
Dude, he's pumped. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, you lose to Seymour, but he's going to outplace him. That happens sometimes.
So Penn State with a win and a loss almost at the same time. Zan Fugit with the 8-5 victory over Braden Davis. So they got one guy going for 3rd, one guy going for 5th in the first 2 weight classes.
How about we get Lillidahl Ramos for 3rd place?
That's what I predicted to be the NCAA final.
Yeah, same. And then you said Fugit. Wow, Fugit going for 3rd place.
Man, he's in a Fugit state.
Just like Walter White when he had to go out into the desert for a while.
Yep. Just kind of accidentally got into that fugue state.
Yeah. There's that finish. Picked him up high. And Luke, let's go.
You heard those lips. Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Gets the win, sprints off. And however he finishes, even if it's 6th, Eddie Ventresca, I think I listened to one of his interviews in the tunnel. He's like, I'm a nobody. I came here, didn't All-American last year or didn't even start maybe. I forget how it all went down. But he's like, yeah, and it's basically just playing with house money.
Good for him.
Yeah, great perspective.
Now we got CJ Composto, another of the great New Jersey All-Americans, and Cale Happel. Conti semis 141. Dylan D'Amelio, he's an Ohioman, wrestling for Ohio State. And Lachlan McNeil went to Wyoming Sem by way of Toronto, Canada, or Toronto as they'd say, wrestling for UNC at 149. And Van Ness looted Styles, also at 149. Coderhant, Bo Bartlett, 141. So 4 new matches.
So, guys, finals tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Have they announced or... Oh, we got... What match? It's going to be a pin.
Van Ness just looted Ethan Styles in 1 minute and 6 seconds.
Wow.
Van Ness is, man, that's a tough semi opponent to run into.
Yeah, you run into him. Seth Romney also won, so he's going to wrestle for third against Zan Fugit.
Yeah, you don't.
Seth Romney, Zan Fugit.
Not the one you
ZZ.
expected.
2 Z names.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
ZZ Top.
Big Z
Oh,
energy.
Spay. Have they announced what match they're going to start with and end with? I feel like they should end with 84,
Rock
right?
Harrison tweeted something that didn't make any sense to me. So Rock Harrison tweeted that they're going to start with 184.
Start?
Yes. Then they're going to introduce President Trump.
Okay.
Then they're going to go 125
Oh my gosh,
through 97.
that is what it says.
But I don't.
Why would you start with 184?
I don't think it makes
And
any
why would you-
sense.
I get ending with Gable.
I don't understand like what the point is of wrestling the most anticipated match of the night, then introducing the president, then wrestling the other 9. It's kind of
Yeah.
unless that's like reverse. But anyway, don't know.
Maybe that's
I think let's just call it TBD at this point.
TBD.
Why did you point me to the spam? Now I'm more confused. Not
Well,
spam,
because
right.
you asked.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure that out too this morning, and then I saw that tweet, and I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Chat, what's going on? Where are we
And
going to
everybody in the comments of this tweet is also like, what?
hey, what happened?
Yeah.
What is going on? Okay. Well,
Here's a question. Rusty Gray, does Penn State break the record anymore? Maybe not.
what's the record? 180? No,
Yeah.
79?
Whatever they got last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody finishes 6th or better for Penn State.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, there's a little conversation in the chat. Larry Steele saying that it's annoying everyone's saying Penn State had a bad tournament. They're guaranteed to not have anybody finish below 6th. That's nutty. And then Rusty Gray says, thing is, this is a bad tournament for them.
No.
It's not. I
10
mean,
All-Americans.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's your
like-
definition of bad? Maybe
and-
you could still be disappointed by certain results, but bad?
Yeah, you got to, like, when you assess a tournament as a whole,
Yeah.
like, taking a loss out of 6 matches or 5 matches, that's one thing. Does that make it a bad tournament? No, I don't think so.
Man, Coder Hunt Bartlett 4-4 into the second. Mm-hmm. Coder Hunt on bottom just at the start of the period.
Coder Hunt has been in headhunter mode this tournament. He's got some
Yes.
pins. He's been looking really good, and that's a guy that, I mean, his cow catcher, deadly. Mm-hmm. Not only does he catch the cows, they are dead.
He's like, cement job. Yeah. They're re-showing the pin on ESPN This is the cradle, takes him over, and slap it to Matt.
So 172 and a half. That's how many points Penn State scored last year.
Where are they at now?
Yeah, they're
39.
going to have a real hard time getting to that. I don't even know if it's mathematically
145
possible.
and a half.
They're going to have one of the highest team scores of all time. When you say, like, when people in the chat say bad tournament for Penn State, well, not they didn't max like the potential at the highest level, but that's not the same thing as a bad tournament.
Exactly, yeah.
The problem is they set the bar so high last year that people are like, well,
What if-
that's what that's not what they're capable of.
And they set the bar so high during the regular season. Their seeds are crazy.
Yeah, if you have all 1 seeds, you can't overperform your seeds, and you're almost definitely not going to match even.
But honestly, like if we look at, we'll have to look at their average seed and their average finish. They still might outperform their average seed. Their average finish might.
Yeah, so I'm on the PennStateWrestlingClub.org. This is a great website, whoever runs this. But they take the tournament and they go maximum potential. So what did they get last year, 170?
72 and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, their max is 213.
Okay.
So they can still beat the record.
This
and
year?
then, yeah, and then if seeds hold, basically just saying, like, if the favorites all win out, they would get 171.5. Now you add some bonus. They're right there. They're neck and neck.
Okay, so some interesting happenings right now on the mat. Josh Coderhunt up 5-4 over Bartlett. Bartlett going to have choice in the third, so expect that to be tied. Dylan D'Amelio up 5-1 over Lachlan McNeil. And CJ Composto quietly looking to punch his ticket to the third place match from the 10 seed. He's leading Cale Happel 4-2.
Yeah. What do you say after this this round of consies? Maybe take a quick break.
Yeah, let's get through these matches. And yeah, we also got Peyton Hall, Terrell Bearclaw
They're up at
tied.
165 already.
Yeah, tied over there. So that tells me, doesn't tell me anything. I was gonna say there might have been some forfeits, but then I'm like, well, actually the way the mats work, that doesn't tell me nothing.
Coder ain't going to try to ride Bartlett Mat return. Yeah, Bartlett with the Granby got it to work. There's the reversal. He now takes the lead. But if Coderhant can escape quickly, it's almost like that reversal didn't happen.
Yeah. Riding time at just, well, it's still in Coderhant's favor, actually.
Yeah. So as long as he escapes and ties it up, no harm, no foul. But Bartlett, very quick there. It's like you could kind of see it happening. Coderhant's tough, and then Bartlett like goes into that move. And it's like, you got to move now, Coderhant, if you don't want to.
What did you guys think of Bartlett last night in the ride-out period against Jesse Mendez, going optional start and then covering? I wonder if he'll do the same thing here.
I kind of liked it. I thought it was crafty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
He did it twice, I think, right? Maybe 3 times.
I think they had 3 restarts, and I think he went regular start once, optional start twice.
It's crazy to do in rideouts, but if you know, if that's something you've worked on, then yeah, throw the other guy off a
it's
little.
normally something that you do against like a guy where you're up by like 9 and you're looking for a pin.
Yeah, and you're like,
and you go
stand a
optional,
little and then cradle.
or you come out cow catcher, something like that. You don't think about it as, you're wrestling literally the replay of the NCAA finals last year in rideouts against a guy that, you're 6-6. And you know what? That's going to be the end of their college season, right? Or series.
Yeah, that's it. The collegiate.
Gosh, what a series. 7 matchups in college. Jesse Mendez ends up winning the series 4-3.
And he wins in the finals and he wins in the semis.
Yeah.
Composto got the dub, so he's going to finish no worse than 4th.
Great performance for him.
Shapiro Kasak. This is one we all had circled. Didn't think it was going to happen in the
this is my finals prediction.
We're going to get overtime for the midshipman and Nittany Lion, Bartlett and Coderhant. Mm-hmm. P. Hall got 1 point lead over T. Barraclaw. D'Amelio looking in good shape. He's got a 5-point lead with less than a minute to go.
And by the way, Penn State, people talking about their performance. Lillidahl, I guess he will perform below his seed. He'll be in the 3rd place match. He was seeded 1st. Mm-hmm. Braden Davis will perform above his seed. He's going to be in the 5th place match. He's seeded 8th. Mm-hmm. Bartlett seeded 2nd, so he's below. Van Ness seeded 3rd, so he can still hit that mark.
1 and 2 seeds. Scrapping the Conci semis.
Kasak the 1, he'll be below seed. Mesenbrink the 1, he has that chance. Haynes the 2, so he's going to perform below. So yeah, you know what? They're not going to probably hit their seed.
Oh, Bartlett,
Little
so
duck
fast.
under to the back, yeah.
Man.
Coderhant was right there with him this whole match, but 2 sequences Bartlett has just been, when he pulled the trigger, was faster to the positions than he needed to get to.
Dude, big smile on Bartlett's face too, and I just, these guys love competing in these big matches. Like, of course they want to win. They want Saturday night, but even a Conci semi here, you see like just there's a lot of satisfaction, like beating a good opponent in a cool way like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Bartlett's back to the same shoes.
No, he's not.
No?
Look at him.
He's got 1 of each.
Oh, I thought I saw the same colors.
We'll look up.
Yeah, I just ran.
Oh, all right, never mind.
1 dark, 1 white.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and look,
Quinn's chasing
Quinn's
down
got Kale, yeah.
Kale loves interviews.
Yeah, few people are able to stop Kale in his tracks and make him speak into a mic. He doesn't want to.
Hats off to Quinn.
All right, we got through that Bartlett match. Should we take a quick break?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you guys for more consolation semifinal action. right, guys, we're back.
Let's go.
More Conti semi action, and sounds like the final schedule for tonight is going to be starting at 184 and ending at heavyweight. This is confounding. KSAC up 3-0, by the way, on Meyer Shapiro in what many people predicted to be the NCAA final.
I get the idea behind it. You want to start off with a good one and end with a good one, but I watch a lot of UFC events, and they put the best two matches, the best two fights last.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense to me, but.
Hey, as
It
it is,
doesn't have
though,
to make sense
let's
to me.
embrace it.
Yeah.
Right. Might as well just embrace it and be like, man, I can't wait for 7 p.m. Eastern because
Yep.
it's going to be right out the gate.
Yeah. And who cares what UFC does, Bader?
Yeah, we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait, for one of the best matches.
Yeah.
And if that's the match you want to tune into, you can just turn it off after that if you want. So,
But don't do that.
Yeah.
Well, they're going out of weight class order because you put 184 first, and then you go to 125, and then end at heavyweight. You're just skipping. So you can just make it whatever you want.
So you could just, start at 25 and flip.
or you could go
87,
49, 57, back
Yeah.
and forth. You could do whatever you want. But, all right, Peyton Hall. Good for Peyton Hall. Terrell Bearclaw, still a great season. Love that story.
And Bearclaw got the win in their dual meet earlier this year, right? So for Peyton Hall, that's a
Is K-Set?
nice performance.
No.
Shapiro putting on a pretty good ride here against KSAC.
Hey, K-Set's got a almost like a matching helmet piece.
Yeah. These guys both with a little
they both-
concussion history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Hall was the 2
Don't be
seed, huh?
surprised if they go full bighorn sheep and just start like at each other. I hope they don't though. That could be bad for both guys.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, probably don't
Let's
want
just
that.
wrestle.
Trevor Chumbley needed a wild card, finished, I think, 11th
Okay.
in the Big Ten, and now he's an All-American.
Man. He's got Vinny Zerbin.
He can't finish top 8 in his conference. He finishes top 8 in the nation.
Northern Colorado
Top
with
six, right?
two All-Americans this year.
Yeah, one of them is not their national champion, Andrew Alirez.
Well, they had a 5 seed and a returning NCAA champ. Neither of them placed, but they still got 2 AAs.
Yeah, Poulin and Zerbin.
Yep.
Dom Serrano also missed the podium. I think Alirez may have been a little hurt.
He looked like it.
Yeah.
They got the shoulder brace.
And I mean he made a post after the tournament was over that but this sport is tough, it gives and it takes away and whatever, and you just kind of read between the lines. Seems like not the way you want to go out in terms of how he was feeling and also how he performed, but a lot of times how you're feeling has a lot to do with how you perform.
Mm-hmm.
– 4-0 lead for KSAC at the end of the second. Shapiro going to go down. He's got the riding time at 111. So if he can get out quickly and get a takedown and ride, he can win this match that way. That's a path to victory. But both Shapiro and KSAC, they're not conventional right down the middle wrestlers. I mean, anything could happen here.
I want to see some bodies fly.
It's Saturday at the NCAA's, Saturday morning. Literally anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is like, they came to their feet, so you can't call stalling there.
Yeah, you can't call the drop down rule despite the fact that he's holding that leg.
And just chewing up clock and doing nothing.
Yeah.
But, I don't write the rules. Nobody asked me.
Maybe they should, Spay.
I'm available. I can just tell everyone how everything should.
I'll call Chuck
go.
Barbie. I know Chuck.
I think he retired.
Yeah, he's retired.
Well, he's got to know somebody.
Shapiro's riding time under a minute now. It's at 47 seconds, so that's not a factor.
Hey, we got 2 Cornell Penn State matches going on. We also got Simon Ruiz and Levi Haynes, 174 Conti semi.
Chumbley up 3-0 on Zerbin at the moment.
Cornell in 6th. It's admirable. They're only 1 point behind 5th.
Okay.
Or 2nd, I think the last 2 years maybe. Mike Gray doing a great job out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. KSAC just...
Superior literally put his hand on the carpet.
You got to be careful with that. If you are... you can technically call that a stall.
I heard during conference weekend, I heard an official, just kind of, this was, don't want to get too specific, but he was like, yeah, we know this specific wrestler likes to work for the carpet. So he's like, we know. He's like, our whole committee is aware of that, and if he does that, we'll hit him.
For a specific wrestler.
Yeah. So if you do have a habit of doing that, they will, apparently the officials talk about that, and they'll put that on their radar.
They're like, You've given us something to talk about.
4-1 now. Shapiro's out.
Riding time not a factor, but he needs a takedown, and Kazak, very tough.
Tough to take down.
Yeah, he really is.
Just over a minute to go, though. Lots of time to work here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, man, you take a little bit of time setting it up. Now you got 30 seconds left. Now it's like, I'll just run.
Mm-hmm.
Spade, how do you feel about guys running?
It's a legit strategy. If there's 30 seconds left, you're up by 3, and you haven't got hit for stalling yet, it's almost guaranteed if you just run away.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't
Run
like.
Away. Run. And there's that. It's already chewed up half of that.
Yeah, he's down to 40. Then you can call, I don't know, whatever. It's not, I wouldn't blame Kazak. I would say he's being smart and savvy.
Yeah, he's paying attention to the rules.
And how
adjusting
things
his
are being
strategy
called.
accordingly, yeah.
They don't call stalling when you back up. They only
That's a
call
nice-
it when you go all the way out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
One really nice snap from Shapiro, but Kazak able to recover. Shapiro's going to take him out of bounds and try to get a restart.
And they called that action.
Yeah.
Forget about it. Just.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Garvin went for upper body and Minto.
Countered.
Man,
Yeah, and that was going to be a fall.
looks close.
I mean, that's a tough bridge. Oh, Garvin's still fighting.
Wow. Spade gave him the fall, but it is not a fall.
Yeah, so look, this is for all the Penn State fans that were mad at Seymour when he beat Lillidahl for not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Kazak's got the same playbook, and it works. So don't get mad at the wrestlers. Hate the game, hate the rule book, hate the implementation of it,
Okay.
which is what I'm currently hating.
Yeah. You love the players.
Every player is
Now they're stalling. If somehow Shapiro can find a takedown in the last 5 seconds,
they'll bet you $100 he doesn't.
what are the odds?
I'm not taking that bet.
Yeah, he just runs backwards. Who cares?
There it is. Kazak pats Shapiro on the back. Many people thought that would be the NCAA final. It was the Conti semi.
Yeah. Now I guess people could say, "Oh, look, Zack Ryder," and
A lot of people will say, "Oh, look, Zack Ryder."
A lot of people say, like, "Hey, look, Zack Ryder," but they'll go like, "Oh, that's the 3-point takedown. Now you get a 3 points, and then you can sit on a lead." And I'm like, "Well, you could do that with a 1-point lead too."
Yeah.
But I guess the stalling catches up a little bit slower, which true, but change the stalling part. Don't change the takedown part.
Yeah, there's a comment in the chat from Rusty Gray that says, I wish they'd call stalling the same through the entire match. The idea of you're always stalling if you have the lead is frustrating. I would say
That's valid, but
situationally it's an odd comment because clearly Kazak was stalling at the end of that because he could.
Right.
But I also wish they would call it earlier. I think they don't. I think my overall thought is they should call stalling more than they do.
yeah.
And they should have called it, they could have called it more there.
Well, they put the rules in to say, like, okay, we absolutely have to call it in these situations, and now they've shifted to only calling it in those
Away
situations.
from other situations.
Yeah.
I mean, look, think about how you practice to win a sport, right? If you're, any sport, if you have a path to utilize stalling to win, you're going to use it, and if you don't, you're an idiot.
Right.
You know,
Well, it's like fouling at the end of a basketball game. It sucks, but like,
Yeah.
hey, I got to foul because we need the possession back. We can't just let them dribble and run down the clock.
Or football, you're utilizing the clock. You're the
If
play
you get
clock, running
beat
that
and
down
the
at
guy's
end
going downfield, then you pass interference, then you just cheat.
Yeah. So it's frustrating. So really, it's on the rules
You okay,
committee.
Dana?
Yeah, I dropped my IFB.
It's on the rules committee to eliminate that as an option if they want that.
Right. And I
how
think
about-
just implementation.
Yeah. How about after this Simon Ruiz Levi Haynes match? After the conclusion, we'll take a break. We got
Yeah.
2 minutes left here in the third.
And we'll stop whining about the rules.
We might not.
Hey, I don't think we'll ever stop whining. about
Peter,
the rules.
you don't
I love you, though.
You don't tell me what to do.
I didn't tell you what to do. I just told you what I think you would or wouldn't do.
Andrew Kennedy says if there's no scoring in the first period, one or both wrestlers should get a stall call.
That's CP's rule.
I've heard of a rule set where
The first period, there's no score?
yeah, I've heard of a rule set like that. Trying to remember what it is.
Yeah, there's other rule sets out there. That's the great thing about wrestling is other parts of the world and other rule sets exist, and you can kind of learn from them and adopt them if they make sense.
Yep. So Levi Haynes, Simon Ruiz now tied at 1. Riding time not a factor.
A lot of good, I mean, it's just strength to strength. You got Foka, Plot, two great seniors there going to close out their careers. this match and then one more. You got redshirt freshman phenom Max McAnally took Kekai's into sudden victory, took Starachi to sudden victory. Didn't get it done in those times, but it's like the future is McAnally.
Yeah,
he's got Jackson Smith, the aforementioned first All-American for Clemson, Alex Clemson, the Maryland head coach.
Simon Ruiz just got in on a deep single leg head inside. That's a tough path to a score against Levi Haynes. You saw the way Hamady took him down last night. It was just a lightning fast ankle pick, finish right away. That's what you want, because you get underneath Haynes, that's no fun.
Yeah, despite his tiny stature, very strong for 174.
Still going with Haynes being tiny. Like it.
I mean, going with it. I mean,
He is.
he was 157,
He is?
and he was
So were you.
at one point in my life. Bader, you were 157, and now you're
57, yeah.
and now you're down to 130 pounds. You're wasting away. You're turning
130.
into
No, he's not 130.
138.6 after I worked out this morning.
we
see
go.
130s is what I said.
30s, yes.
Oh,
Haynes
Haynes,
with the
yeah,
takedown.
that's clutch. 25 seconds left. Levi. So Penn State fans got some stuff to cheer about here. They got Van Ness with a pin. They saw
They got Luke Lillidahl win.
Bartlett won.
Lots to cheer about.
They wanted 10 in the finals, but now they got a reason to watch the morning session. So
They wanted 10 champs. So I guess this is a huge disappointment. Andrew Kennedy. I rewatched Kekai's and Sudden Victory dive a bunch of times. Still can't believe it. Bader, they said immediately, move
thought
of
he
the
was gonna
tournament.
get crunched. Yeah, move of the tournament. But when I was watching it real time, I was like, oh, McAnally. I saw Parker dive, and I was like, McAnally's gonna squish him and score the takedown.
well, hey, we got Levi Haynes with the win. He's into the third place match. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, the rest of the consolation semifinals.
Let's do it.
Oh, baby. All right, welcome back, guys. We're just getting situated here. More NCAA watch party. We got the Kansai semis, or the Kansai.
Kansai semi, yeah.
Constellation, Consternation.
Consolidation.
Consolidation semis, Chris Foca and Dustin Plott, two seniors for Cornell and Oklahoma State. They're on mat 4, 0-0 in the second. Cade DeVos has a 1-0 lead over Patrick Kennedy, but they're in the second, and they're on their feet.
You know what that is? That's
That's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And on the mat, Mr. Fast Twitch. He got beat by Stephen Buchanan. Kind of a weird match. Couldn't get out from bottom. Got ridden out in the second. That may have gotten AJ a little flustered.
And it seemed like a tactical departure for AJ because he was committing so hard to the reversal attempt, which
switches all day.
Yeah, often. I mean, that's often tough. If he would have been able to execute a switch, I mean, now he's on top. That could help, but it seemed like there were some opportunities for him just to get out. He didn't do it.
You think he wanted to, prove that he's the best top rider type of thing, or it's like, I don't even want to mess around with the takedown. I'll just get on top that way and then get the ride out. He was talking a lot of ride out.
The thing is, he would have had the opportunity to do that had he just escaped, like, before the minute mark.
Yeah, you're thinking in hindsight.
Well, I mean, we were saying that in real time as well.
Right. But we're talking about what AJ's thinking, not what we're thinking.
Oh.
You guys think we'll see a clap? Should we start some bets today?
You don't get a clap unless he's up.
Bray sniffed that out. We got to bet on all the finals for some shups, some push-ups.
Let's bet on a clap for the shups. I
still say no clap.
I say yes clap because I think what's going to happen is Ferrari gets a takedown and then or a ride out in the second and then all of a sudden,
All right, Spay.
AJ clap, Consi semis. Let's see. Bray said yes. Bader said no. Spay says, I'm going to say no.
How about one more shup bet?
Okay.
Do we get a Consi semi double bird splits? It's an unlikely round.
Yeah.
For him to do it, but sometimes that's
AJ.
That's a really odd time to do it, but
I say yes. I'm saying yes.
I'm saying yes as well.
Bader?
Well, I got to go against you guys, so I'll say no.
Okay.
There's the
But I think he's gonna.
You're just gonna do some shups.
I'm okay to do shups.
And then Smith McAnally, that's been going on for a while. It's 1-1. McAnally wrestles some pretty tight matches, huh?
You see a lot of tight matches in this round, right? Even like these big guys get upset and then it come back and like everybody's gritty and coming after them, and not a whole lot comes easy in these Saturday morning matches.
Hey, I got to say something about AJ Ferrari. You know what? Felt like last night, little breakdown in composure. Not a big breakdown, but a little bit. And it's like
small mental lapse.
How is he? How is he going to respond? Is he going to come back and get in a first period takedown here against Novak? I mean, that's a pretty strong response so far in this match.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. AJ's spoken about how he's in Cal State Bakersfield and he's probably going to make a move after this season. And how he performs in these wrestlebacks is going to make a big difference on what kind of attention he gets from other programs.
Also, what kind of birds he throws up.
If
he does the splits. There's one kind of bird that
what
is okay.
hand gesture will you make?
One other one will get you...
Patrick Kennedy, by the way, with the win, he's into the third place match.
What's he, like an 11 seed, I think?
Yep.
Hey, and guess who predicted that he would place fourth?
Spay.
Both of you.
And me.
Yeah.
And Bray.
Spray, baby.
It's a Bray Spray. Bray Spay.
PK will take no worse than fourth. So the sheet has been updated. Now we got an Isaac Trumbull and a Big O Treffin. How about Treffin and Trumbull? Trumbull basically beat Treffin or was going to win the spot.
I saw a little clap. Oh, there it is. I saw two of them.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, dude. I told you.
Okay.
Yeah, get your shups. Get your shups on, guys. We're going to get our shups on.
We got the claps.
Plot.
I hate getting the clap.
Yeah.
Avoid the clap.
Yeah, normally you want to avoid it, but not AJ. He's fine with it.
Overtime takedown. Oh, McAnally loves to wrestle sudden victories.
So McAnally Plot. That's a great third place match.
That's the one guy we haven't seen McAnally wrestle of those top tier guys.
Yep. That's a great match. And look at this. Owen Treffin getting the takedown.
Wow.
He lost the wrestle-off this season.
Yeah. Was like, hey, I need a new home. Pat Popolizio was like, I know some people. Let's find a good place for you. Lehigh was the landing spot because Nathan Taylor, their heavyweight that made the round of 12 last year, got hurt very early in the season. So it was a great match, great setup for everybody. When I posted a clip of Owen Treffin beating Colton Schultz, all the comments were like NC State guys, like, Big O, way to do it. So, I mean, like, he's on good terms. But now it's a former teammate.
Well, and if you're Pat Pop and you're like, hey, you know what? We're going to have to settle this in the Conci semis of the NCAA. So you're fine with that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, who's going to win the starting spot? We'll find out in the last match, second to last match of the year.
Uh-oh, don't look now. Do look now. Joey Novak with the takedown. It's a 4-3 match, and Ferrari working
Sitting
from
on
bottom.
Yeah, look now.
Look now.
He's going to pass a leg.
He's not at neutral.
Oh, be careful. Don't don't go near fall.
And almost like he's, didn't seem like a great idea, but they're tangled up here. Legs split, both guys.
Novak wrestling tough.
And Novak's just getting riding time and
Yeah.
Eating clock.
That's the thing, and this is the same kind of tactics that Ferrari employed.
Kind of bit him yesterday.
plus it's like, man, yeah, he's crawling on the mat. Is his gas tank up to snuff? There are questions. It's tough. I mean, he didn't wrestle a ton of matches this year.
We got both 197-pound Conti semis on the mat, as well as heavyweight, and we won't see the other heavyweight Conti semi, Greg Kirkfleet, medical defaulted to Colton Schultz.
Yeah,
So,
that's not how you want to see anybody end their season and their collegiate career.
yeah.
Kirkfleet, one of the best to ever do it at heavyweight, certainly for Penn State. They've had some great ones. Kerry McCoy comes to mind. Anthony Cassard beat the last guy to beat Gable Steveson.
Joey Novak now with choice. He trails 4-3. He got that complete ride out of the second period.
And now his coach was dumb enough, in AJ Ferrari's words, to go underneath him.
Seems like the right move, though.
Yeah.
And Ferrari.
The good job by Ferrari.
Ferrari's got to
floating
work
his
up here. Doesn't want that stall. And I think he
Did he
works
get
up.
it?
Depends how they define the drop down. No, they hit him for stalling, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the stall call.
Can't
Novak able to create enough action and create that space.
I'm all about that space. Stephen Little, Jacob Cardenas, great matchup. Treffin and Trumbull. Treffin still leads by 2.
Ferrari trying to return. And he's in that drop down, so now he works up.
The ESPN, the main feed, is a little bit ahead for the Ferrari match.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. We got a couple second advantage there.
But Novak, he's got to keep moving. Oh, could they get a locked hands again? That was kind of like AJ's undoing.
Yeah.
Was that locked hands kind of like really set him off?
By the way, Ferrari's riding time nearing a minute. Getting close. 37 seconds, 38. Oh, looking for a suck back on the edge.
Yeah, nope. I like what he's thinking. It's like create action, but
This is what we saw in the Pac-12. Oh, they called him out of bounds, but Ferrari still had 2 feet in. That's what we saw Ferrari do well against Stephen Little in the Pac-12 finals, was just keep a foot in, keep a hand in, and extend that riding time. And by the way, Stephen Little wrestling Jacob Cardenas right now. You see a lot of schools do the camo look at some point. These Little Rock, the green camo with the maroon accents, I think they're pretty cool.
yeah, they're slick looking.
Yeah.
Trumbull just riding the heck out of Owen Treffin right now.
Owen Treffin with the lead, though, so.
Yeah. It's an interesting strategy. You basically got to commit to that ride out and put a lot of faith in yourself there.
Spay, there were some people questioning Owen Treffin's number 4 seed. He's trying to prove that it was no fluke.
Yeah. Ferrari still riding time's getting up. Ooh, okay. It's over a minute. Even the escape's not enough now.
Yeah. Yep, Ferrari looking like.
Novak keep going to those wing rolls. He keeps pinching down, and it's creating a little bit of space, but Ferrari too strong. He's staying on there.
You know he deadlifts like 675 pounds, right?
He does, yeah, 675.
Yeah. All right, so clutch rideouts. Ferrari's got 10 seconds, and he's going to take it, move on to the third place bout against the winner of Little versus Cardenas. Still great showing by Joey Novak.
Yeah. Joey Novak, the 15 seed. He's going to finish no worse than 6th.
And then a big rideout by Trumbull over Treffin, and got some blood. Let's recap the Doug Villaro Awards.
Oh, let's go, Spay.
Last man standing. That's the end of the tournament, or the end of each session. There's always one match that will close out the tournament. Mm-hmm. And back in the day, it used to always be Lehigh's Doug Villaro. It's almost always a heavyweight. In session 1, it was Dayton Pitzer of Pittsburgh. In session 2, Lance Runyon of Northern Iowa. Session 3, Luke Luffman, Illinois. Session 4, he usually doesn't stay that long on the map. It was Gable Steveson, Minnesota.
And in session 5, I mean, it could be a 197-pounder, but we did see Trumbull and Treffin. One of them started bleeding, so they're really, I think, making a push for that award. Ferrari did the dub. He is your winner, 5-3. Now here's our question: do we see the double birds?
Oh yeah,
and splits?
we got some shups, double birds.
Come on, is he doing the splits? Yes, sir.
The splits.
Lock
and
it
the
in.
birds.
So I got the clap win. I got the splits win.
I went over 2 on this.
I feel like I got a good read on AJ's mind.
AJ.
Bray, you got the clap.
I did. Not afraid to admit it. And
AJ just
third
did
period
me wrong.
for both of our final Conti semis. After this, I believe they're rolling into 7th-place matches.
Yeah.
It's
So
usually
no.
1 hour, right? We're right at the hour.
So no. Yeah. Right at the hour. No Doug Villaro award either way for this.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that 97 could be the last to finish.
It could be.
So Treffin, he's riding time? It's going to be overtime, right? Yeah. Trumbull's
Yes.
got over a minute.
Yeah,
so
this is going to be Doug Villaro.
this is tied.
I mean, Treffin, though, he's the guy with the takedown in the match. Maybe he tries to get another one.
And he's taken down a lot of heavies. He took down who did he beat? Keeter.
Keeter in the
Yeah, and
Conti
then
quarter.
he's got that great high C single leg knee pull.
I don't know why. I just find it so interesting that he's got the red Adidas that look like they were handed out on gear issue day at NC State. Meanwhile, Trumbull with the bright green shoes.
Oh, and the stall call. So now Trumbull's trailing. Riding time's locked up, and he got hit for stalling. So
Treffin is trailing.
Treffin is trailing. Trumbull is winning with the riding time point locked up. Treffin going in, but Trumbull now can stall. Good head-hands fight. And it's going to be T-Rums. So, well, Bray, you said people were questioning that 4 seed, and
you know what?
They're being vindicated.
They were really justified in questioning that.
1 point away.
So that means Treffin finishes 5th because Kirk Vliet did not weigh in, right?
So off by 1.
Off by 1.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
good when you can get the seed within 1.
And look at this. We're going to have a Doug Villaro award winner at 197.
but it's not the end of the session.
Oh, you're right.
It's a
They're gonna,
grip.
yeah.
Okay.
They're holding mats.
Okay,
so it's-
Shane.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cardenas looking like he's getting close to riding time. And, we saw Stephen Little with a little bit of difficulty getting out on bottom against AJ Ferrari in the Pac-12 finals. And Cardenas working for that same strategy, working to win with the ride. Getting close to the minute.
Stall
Oh, looks for a tilt. Oh, is Little out?
Look like it.
Yeah, he's out. Riding time, not a factor.
Ooh, so close. Stops at 56.
So after Little Cardenas, we should probably take another quick break. Maybe?
I think we should do that, yeah, after this
Minutes.
one.
A few minutes probably.
Looking like this may be OT.
34 seconds. We're going to see OT? Let's make a bet.
Yes.
I'll say no.
Oh! Wow, what a cheater.
That noise was great. Oh!
What? I feel like you're a real cheater there.
What?
Peter. I think you saw what was happening.
What are you talking about? I just wanted to make the bet.
I'm not afraid of a few shups.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Somebody asked, where was it? Natural Athlete. What do you all do in the breaks? Lots of stuff. I read a book for a little bit.
No, you don't.
Maybe get in some burpees.
Yeah, Spade does about 500 burpees between sessions.
Yeah, 200 to 300 burpees a session.
Yesterday we went and got some Thai food.
Yeah.
That's good.
Real good.
Real good. Good. All right. Cardenas will finish no worse than 4th. Stephen Little, 2-time All-American Stephen Little, he from Kentucky.
Union County.
Sturgis.
Sturgis?
Not bad. AJ Ferrari finishes no worse than 4th.
Jacob Cardenas into the 3rd place match. He'll wrestle AJ Ferrari.
Great New
That'll be a
Jerseyan.
fun one.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one for sure. I think we're gonna see at least 3 points in that match.
Oh, the baby.
All right, so let's head to a break. When we come back, 7th place matches coming at you. live on the internet.
Live and on air?
7th place matches coming at you. Was that what this was?
That's what that was,
Okay.
David. You're good.
7th place matches.
That would be weird otherwise.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was a gang sign,
Well,
but I didn't know you were affiliated.
7 Heaven.
Okay, that's a good gang. 7th place matches coming at you right now. Caleb Smith leads Steve O'Poulin 3-1. Jacob Van D leads Tyler Knox 3-0. No score. Jacob Frost, Vance Baumbauer, and Gavin Drexler 3-1 lead over Sammy Alvarez, the 22 seed.
Wow.
Looking for 7th.
You come in seated 22nd, and you're like, let's go. Mm-hmm. Give it my best here, and then you're in a placing match. That's got to feel good. They're going to run through all the 7th place matches, then all the 5th place matches, then all the 3rd place matches, and then we'll have a probably significant break.
Yeah.
Till our finals this evening at
7 Eastern. Yes, sir.
Yeah, very significant. Hey, looking at the team race, so once again, shout out PennStateWrestlingClub.org. There was talk of, well, it's going to be disappointing for Penn State. They're not getting some of the wins a lot of people expected. They're on pace to beat last year's record. Despite the 3 champions.
Oh, my God.
They're
3 finalists.
3 finalists. Yeah, not champions yet. Maximum potential points is 200. If seeds hold, which is a nice little function here.
That's great.
They'll have 176. Now, it's probably counting Kirk Fleet to win his 5th place match, but he did not, or was injured, did not weigh in, so he's going to get 6th. But that's only 2 points?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that they have some points to play with, and that's not factoring in bonus to these if
I
seeds
would
hold.
be surprised if they didn't get any bonus for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. All right, 7th place at 125. Caleb Smith leads Steve O'Poulin 5-1. 133. Jacob Van D leads Tyler Knox 3-1. Both those guys outperformed their seeds, as did Caleb Smith and Steve O'Poulin. They're 9-10. For 141, we got Jacob Frost with a 3-1 lead over Von Bauer as the first period ends. And at 49, Sammy Alvarez leads Gavin Drexler. Both those guys outperforming their seeds. Drexler, the 22 seed.
Yeah, everybody but Von Bar here outperforming their seed.
Mm-hmm. Frost at 9.
That's cool to see.
Yeah, it's, there's a yin to everybody's yang. So it's awesome that these guys outperform their seasons, but that means some guys were seated in the top 8 and
Are disappointed.
I've already finished their season or career.
They're out getting a big breakfast.
Or maybe they haven't woken up yet.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Van D. Man, impressive from him. That bottom leg cradle attempt.
All right, so we're getting down to the final matches. We have 10 7th place bouts, 10 5th place bouts, 10 3rd place bouts, 10 1st place bouts. That's it. And then you can put the season in the books.
Okay.
And then it's spreadsheet time.
I was going to say, then it's freestyle time.
Put it in the spreadsheets.
I say, put it in the sheets. It's freestyle time. I always say that.
That's Spay's mantra. Put it in the sheets. It's freestyle time.
Constantly saying that. What's popping off in the chat? What are people saying? Uncle Hefe, flow party all weekend long. That's MVP right there. MV chatter.
Yes.
Let's go.
Anybody else notice David Taylor's face when Hamity was celebrating towards PSU corner last night?
Bader noticed it immediately.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it, and yeah, there was a little. He was feeling multiple things at the same time there.
Little mixed emotions.
Probably he looked a little hungry too, just a little.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
You're busy and you're not hungry because the emotions are going, and it's a lot. Especially when you have so many wrestlers and you're busy the whole time and you're not thinking about food,
No.
but your body needs it.
Larry Steele is going to win a nice bet if the placements hold. Nebraska 2, Okie State 3, Iowa 4. Good for you, Larry. I don't know what your next comment's about. That's not me. I'm having a yerba mate. That's the only substance I'm abusing.
Yes.
John says Taylor was angry. He was annoyed.
He seemed
I don't know.
Just
Yeah, you don't want your guys. I mean, it's probably as annoyed as Coach Flynn was when Jet Streckenberger unloaded a clip into Troy Spradley. I think because it's Cale Sanderson, because it's David Taylor, things are going to get like scrutinized a little bit more.
Sure.
But these are normal emotions. He was still Cale's guy for his entire life.
Yeah.
Like a year ago. Like he hasn't had 365 days yet not being Cale's guy. Then we got to review Alvarez Drexler. Alvarez has a style that requires lots of
Oh,
review.
wow. Big blast double from Caleb Smith from space. Just ran right through Steve Opulin.
From
And
deep space.
He's dominating this match. He's up 14-3 here in the third period.
Yeah, this looks like another Nebraska dub.
Just got a text from Sammy Alvarez.
You did.
He said,
Oh.
he said, I got to connect with you and or CP before I leave this place for an interview. So I'm not in that place, so we're gonna connect him.
He just now he's in wrestling. How did he text you?
He texted me. I got a text at 11:07, so 2 minutes ago. Literally. Right
How is that possible?
Right before. I mean, I don't know. Just look.
Somebody has his phone.
Oh, sorry. That was when I texted him back. 10:36.
Okay, I was like, that's not possible.
Right before his match, he needs an interview, huh?
He got there was blood time.
But half an hour ago he texted you?
10:36. Yeah.
33 minutes. Wow. I need it. Okay, well, text him back.
I want to hear that
ICP.
interview.
Yeah. Jacob Frost got Von Bauer in trouble now late in the third. Von Bauer went for broke. So it's going to be Jakey Frosty getting third. Good for Metairie, Louisiana. We're getting seventh. Did I say third? You know what I meant. And his brother Evan not on the podium. I think last year was reversed. Wow, another takedown. Smith trying to get bonus. Trying to get that tech. If he gets the ride out, nope, doesn't have it yet. 15 seconds, needs a takedown. This is tough. Last match of the season, and some guys coming at you like a banshee, trying to get that tech fall.
That's right.
Van D got the dub. So two Huskers winning their last match.
That was technically an upset.
That's right.
Oh, beautiful.
I might have missed one or two today, but it, wouldn't take it too crazy on early Saturday morning. It's not really that early.
Caleb Smith 7, Van D 7, Steve Opulin 8, Tyler Knox 8. Is that Knox the first All-American for the Ayers era of Stanford? Or no, was he there last year?
He was there last
He was
year.
like, yeah,
so
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's
Forget it. Yeah, hey,
But it's the first of the Ayers 2025 era.
We could ring the
Yeah.
bell for it, but you want me to ring?
I think you should ring
I'm
it.
just saying back off. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Tyler Knox also holding down Massachusetts. Not a lot of New England All-Americans, but there's at least two, because there's Knox and there's McGonigal. Mm-hmm. All right, so after that long review, Drexler still in the lead, and Alvarez not going to be able to hold on or come from
That
behind.
reverse lock is trying to hang on to.
Yeah. Oh, riding time point locked. So did Drex...
It's going to be OT, it's looking like. Unless Drexler gets his takedown and nothing.
What? Wow. What, did he need an escape? Or no, he was just looking for a takedown. Okay.
Yep.
All right, 6-6. Ryder with another All-American. I can't say enough good things about Ryder as a school that supports wrestling. New Jersey not quite at Iowa status where you got Iowa, Iowa State, and UNI all, right now Iowa's in the hunt for a trophy. They're probably going to finish third. UNI top 10. Iowa State injuries really messed their season up.
Yeah.
But in New Jersey, you got Rutgers, Princeton, and Ryder, and they all produce All-Americans. No All-Americans, I think, for Princeton or Rutgers this year. So Ryder holding it down for the Garden State.
I got to tell you, I really appreciate Sammy Alvarez. He reached out about the interview, but this is a guy that's he's always been, he's had a little bit of a tumultuous college path, but he's always wanted to put on a show. During COVID, we had the
COVID cards?
Kyle Dake and Frank Chamizo event. And Sammy Alvarez hit us up and was like, don't care what it takes. Let me get on there. He ended up wrestling RBY. Just, great showman. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Drexler on a shot.
Finals 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, 7 p.m.
8 p.m.
Alvarez with the takedown. He's 7th place.
Wow.
And he's helping up his fellow man there, Gavin Drexler.
I'd be like, get
Yeah.
off of me.
Well, for all the good things I just said about
Leave me alone,
Ryder,
man.
you can say those about North Dakota State too. Obi Blanc doing awesome stuff in Fargo. Alvarez, what a career from Garfield, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Coming through these 7th place matches. Getting ready for 100. Oh, we're at 165. Cam Amin and Cam Steed.
Another
Battle with
Cam
Cam.
Slam.
Cam
We already
Slam.
had the Cam Slam.
Wow.
This is a redo. You know what? You know what they call? There's a snack, a dessert in Australia called a tam tam.
Okay.
I have not.
And then you have a tam tam slam is a certain way to eat it. That's where I came up with the Cam Slam.
How did you come familiar with this?
Knew somebody that was a big fan of tam tams, and they brought him to school one day,
Okay.
and we did tam tam slams.
There
Interesting.
you go.
Oh, Tim Tams. They're called Tim Tams.
Okay.
Yeah. Very riveting
Excuse
story.
me. Pardon me for the
Meanwhile, we can talk about how Amin beat Steed 3-1 in the second round.
Oh, Steve looking for backs.
Steve's got him.
He caught him, and
Steve's gonna
that's
piss him.
it.
Pin him.
Pinfall. Wow.
I said piss him.
That was a true Cam Slam.
That
That
was
was
For once.
Cam Slam. Steed outplaces Amin after losing to him. It happens. Way to go, MIZ.
COU. Two All-Americans for the Tigers, I believe.
O'Toole and Steed.
Yeah.
And Steed's just a freshman, no?
A little bit of a down year
he's
for
a
the
sophomore,
Tigers.
I think this is his third
He is a sophomore.
year, yeah.
Do you know where Steed is from?
He's from Oklahoma. Starts with Collinsville or something.
Collinsville, yeah.
Collinsville, yeah.
Hey, David.
Didn't Jordan Williams go there as well?
He and Jordan Williams were like training partners. Jordan Williams was there for a while, and then he ended up finishing his high school career somewhere else. But Cam Steed was like, he was like Jordan Williams' training partner. So Jordan Williams would be at like Who's Number One or all these big events, and Steed would always be with him. But he was not. He wasn't there yet. He wasn't at that level. I think he finished his high school career outside the top 20 in his weight class. But he was always like really, really good, just not quite there. And then now you see the development, and it's awesome to see a guy that's just kind of
Put in
that
the
much.
work. And then Williams finished in the round of 12, so Steed 2 places higher than Jay Will. Both got more time, more matches coming. All right, 5th place matches are getting loaded up on mat 2. Matty Bianchi, Caleb Fish, great stories there. Bianchi, he's got at least, I think, what 2 other brothers on the Little Rock team?
I'm not sure how
There's
many, but
Joey, I'll look him up. You're doing results. Bader is just quietly watching and contemplating.
What do you guys need? I got a computer here.
Yeah, but do you know how to use it?
What are we doing?
I'm going to look up how many Bianchis are in
the Little Rock roster.
on the Little Rock roster. Okay, just 2. I thought there was a 3rd. Maybe
Yeah.
last year?
I think they graduated a Bianchi too.
Let me look at last year's. I like to say Bianchi like the way Elaine Benez says fiance.
Beyonce?
Bianche. Where's my Bianche?
Bianca.
No, just Maddie and Joseph. Tiles are looking good, I think.
Piles?
Tiles.
Christian Tiles.
All right, 5th place match already out there. Eddie Ventresca, Sheldon Seymour.
They're rolling right into these.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't even hold. Okay, yeah, just gonna roll. They
Yeah.
can get this session done so they can set up for the finals.
How about Sheldon Seymour? Man,
Yeah.
what a performance from that guy. What a career. And I feel the same way about Seymour as I do about Bianchi. Guys that just like put the work in and just earn the opportunity to be on this podium. And it's kind of the dream is to win this tournament.
Of course.
But man, dude, these guys all slave away. They're at the highest level in their weight class, and
Right.
put the time in, and eventually over time you can do this.
You hope they can feel good about being All-American. Some guys it's gold or bust, and some guys, can just get on the podium and feel good about it.
Yeah. Very unforgiving sport.
Oh, so brutal.
Just everybody just signing up just for misery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one gets out alive.
Yeah, but then, you have the rest of your life to thrive.
Yeah, it teaches
things
you
that
the
wrestling's
skills to
taught you.
succeed.
Silas Allred with a takedown over Donnell Washington in the 7th place match. He's looking to keep this Nebraska winning streak alive. Dude, they've looked super good today.
Kerry Miller says the third brother's name is Paul. He coaches at Upstate now. Thank you, Kerry.
Did Paul end up finishing at Little Rock? Like, I think he might have graduated a couple years ago. If I remember right, Paul Bianchi was somewhere else, and then when Little Rock started their program, he was one of the first guys that transferred in, and he had like actual D1 experience. That's my memory of Paul, but my memory could be off.
Paul was prior to Little Rock, Division I national qualifier in 2018 as a freshman at North Dakota State.
And then he transferred to Little Rock. Okay, yeah, cool.
And that brought the Bianchi train.
That's making me feel a lot better about my memory. That's.
Good job, Bray. We got Batman Sucks in the chat.
Oh, Batman Sucks.
Hey, welcome back.
We're living in the corn era, he says. Man, Andrew Kennedy knew right away that it was Tim Tam, not Tam Tam.
Wow.
And that the Tim Tam slam is you drink a hot beverage through the cookie part of the Tim Tam. I think that's right.
Okay.
Uncle Hefe. It's been a while
how
since
hot?
I did it.
What are we talking temp-wise?
Boiling.
Boiling. Wow.
I mean, otherwise you don't just like stick your face in the boiling, hot cocoa or whatever.
You got the Tim Tam.
The Tim Tam gives you a little space between your piping hot beverage.
Donnell Washington, the All-American from the 22 seed. Big time for Indiana. Once we get done with these third place matches, we maybe want to take a quick break. I'm looking at third period. Seventh place matches.
Once we're done with these third period matches.
They do go 3 periods.
Wask Singleton, that's Navy versus NC State and New Jersey versus Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Look at Singleton. Getting a couple of swipes.
Ooh, nice. That's some savvy. I always like the creative ways. So, like, when you're first learning wrestling, it's like throw in a half, throw in a bar, and just, like, run it over, get perpendicular, and it's like, okay, that's the thing. But then you get at this level, and it's like, oh, no, on a mat return, I'm going to just slap in this cradle, or, this, farce.
Tilt.
Yeah, a little tilt, little cross wrist as we go down. Like, you got to come up with, like, sneaky ways
transitions
to get people on their back, because these guys are too good. Nobody's going over with a half.
By the way,
get a half, grab a wrist, and just go.
Run your feet, move your feet.
Danny Wask rode Singleton for the entire second period, and now Singleton on top with that turn. That's huge.
Yeah, top wrestling. This is what the folk style guys, all the folk style fans, this is what you want, right? Mm-hmm. This is high level mat wrestling. Ventresca leading Seymour 3-1. How about Lehigh just always doing well with the bookends? The little guys and the big guys. Mm-hmm. They got Darian Cruz as a champ, Zach Ray was a champ, and now we got All-Americans at 125 and heavyweight again.
Yeah. It's all about training partners.
Well, Darian and Zach are still in the
training
Lehigh
partners.
Valley.
Yeah. Darian's at Penn now, right?
And now he's at Penn.
Okay. He's at the Lehigh Valley of Philadelphia.
He's in the Delaware Valley, Lehigh Valley.
Bianchi with the 7th place and going out on a win. I had a teammate in college who...
He did this. I get it. It's Little Rock, but it...
Yeah, it's the...
With the shape of an L on her forehead.
We cut you off, Dave. What were you going to say?
Oh, I had a teammate in college. He said his whole goal, end your season on a win. Because if you do, you're probably... First, third, fifth, or seventh. That was the goal.
Yeah. James. That's the James Green plan. 7-7-3-3.
Okay.
Never a champ. I'm sure he would rather have that. But look at all the tape on those ears.
I know. I got a feeling that tape on those ears is not helping the cauliflower.
They're going to be so sensitive.
Yeah.
He's not feeling any pain right now, but like in the shower tomorrow morning or whatever, it's going to be like everything hurts.
Yeah. Oh man, these guys like they're been hit by a train.
Yeah, do you remember when NCAAs was in Madison Square Garden and like some photographer was catching guys off the mat and taking like super up close like face profile
like
shots,
beat up and black eyes.
Yeah,
and
put them in an article.
Yeah,
and people
high resolution,
high res. People that aren't familiar with wrestling were just like, what are these? What are these guys
what are you
doing?
just signing up to get hit with a baseball bat?
Was it a bus accident?
Yeah, the scrapes, the missing skin. I mean, what was it? Mendez coming off the mat and it just like it looked like somebody took a knife to his chest. Just like,
and his chin's cut up and yeah.
Let's get that photographer back.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Yeah, I think we got to probably go back to New York City for that. Silas
in
Allred.
New York.
Yeah, why not? All red up 4-2 in the third. And our last 7th place match underway. Ben Keeter, Josh Heinzelman tied at 0 points.
Who's winning?
The Bears.
The fans.
Ferris Bueller.
Yes.
I think it's the fans, Spay.
The fans are always the winners.
Yes.
How many years does Antrell have? He's a sophomore. Got 2 more.
The bulk down for Nebraska proving to be pretty profitable.
Good for them.
Minto in the lineup. He was in the semis. Then you got at 74, Pinto. He was 1 match away from placing. 84 all red here in 7th place match, which he never did at 197. And then you get McDaniel in. He's an All-American.
Ooh, lightning strike from Van Treska from neutral. So now he's got a 7-2 lead. So that's good for Fast Eddie.
And speaking of that bump down, right, you can conceive it as coaches, you can make a plan, you can implement it, but for it to pay off this way is maybe a little bit unique.
Yeah. What was it? The Minnesota guys all bumped up one time, like 10 years ago. You had to fit
Somebody else in.
Thorne, the
Dardanes bros.
the Dardane bros.
They went up, right?
Lezak and Sanders. I might be mixing
Sanders
up
is earlier
too early. Yeah.
than Lezak for sure.
There's someone else in there. Barnacle?
Barnacle? Oh, Sam
Brancale.
Brancale.
Yeah.
Barnacle,
As
right.
I call him, Sammy Branicle.
It's like Barnacle. What?
Yeah, Barnacle.
You're getting the Bronigal brothers
Bronigals and
mixed up with Brancale.
The Brancaleos.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my memory's not as good as Bray's.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. Silas Allred. Another one for the skirt. We are living in the corn era. 80% of all internet usage is for corn.
It's a big thing on the internet.
And now, so that's over Donnell, DJ Washington. Did we get Stout and McDaniel? Is that happening? For 7th, 8th, 197? Did we get a forfeit?
I didn't see him.
Stout and McDaniel. No, it's still loading up, so still need to wrestle that. And Singleton with the mat wrestle. Yeah, McDaniel Stout's coming up next. Maxed out. He won the brother versus brother. Hey, Hermano.
Little brother.
Yeah.
Matty Singleton of Moreland, Georgia. He's got 2 more years. Nice pickup, that Georgia pipeline.
And we got blood here between Keeter and Heinzelman.
I think with this blood time, this might be the right time for the break.
Let's go.
Maybe we take our break here. When we come back, we've got a couple 7th place matches, and we'll get into the 5th place matches.
Boom, bam. Oh, baby, we are back with more NCAA Watch Party. Thank you for tuning in. We are at the Purple Bee in Austin, Texas. Very lovely studio, not at the HQ, but home away from home this weekend. And
Love this place.
thank you to Cliff Keen for sponsoring all this wonderful coverage of the NCAAs. They got all this gear here. We got a Cliff Keen headgear on our James Brown mascot for the
Couple
day.
other headgears
Because this
around.
place is this place rocks. When we're not covering wrestling and sports,
Music.
this place is going off. So we got 7th place matches finishing up.
And Spay, when we are here covering wrestling, it's also going off.
It's also popping off.
Yeah, it's popping.
And it's popping off in the chat. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube and keeping us up to date with your thoughts. 97, Max Stout looks like he's going to hand the Huskers a rare loss in this tournament. They did a lot of winning. And I don't know if they have it locked up. I don't know when.
Have what locked up?
2nd place.
Okay. Yeah.
They have a trophy locked up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma State, let's see.
I think the top 4, the trophy teams, I think are all locked up.
We got our last couple 7th place matches on the mat. Ben Keeter, 24 seconds left to go against Josh Heinzelman. Heinzelman up 2-1 in that one. And as you already mentioned, Space, Stout leads 6-1 over McDaniel in the first period. But 5th place matches, Meyer Shapiro, Vinny Zerbin, that feels like it could get nuts.
Yeah.
As you say that, they're,
And now they go flying around the mat.
yeah.
So looking at, once again, PennStateWrestlingClub.org, great resource on the team race. Ohio State, their max points is 56, and Iowa has 73. Minnesota, max points 64. So everybody's max points are below Iowa's current total.
What do you mean, everybody?
Everybody else
below
on the field.
them. Everyone
Everybody below them.
below them.
And
Yeah.
what place are they in currently?
4th.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Brian Stout on the mic with Quint Kesnich.
Oh, he's ready to go. That's a linebacker right there.
Yeah. Watching his son Mac.
Nothing epitomizes like Pittsburgh sports than a bunch of kids named Stout from Pittsburgh that are wrestlers and look like they do.
Yeah.
Good for Mr. Stout. He's got to be a proud papa.
Shapiro with the 3-0 lead now at the takedown. Cale Happel up 3-1 over Coder Hunt. And Coder Hunt got the win on the front side of the bracket.
Right. Yes, that's happened a couple times. Styles and McNeil, Oregon State, UNC.
Spay, have you been to this PennStateWrestlingClub.org? This is great.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but they have
They have the max points, and they have the. If seats hold, this is.
they have the current points for each team.
So Nebraska doesn't have a locked up 2nd place,
No,
but
but
it appears that that'll probably.
pretty
happen.
close.
Pretty close.
Yeah, but you can just go to this website and it shows you all this cool information.
What else? Yeah, need more of this yerba mate.
Yeah, you didn't get much sleep last night, Spay.
No, I was filling in spreadsheets and then on the phone, super late. But you know what? There's no rest for the weary. I would have been up. You know that audience now that they're the crowd in there looks pretty full.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting into it.
Good for Philly. I saw they packed 18,000 in the first session, so they're going to be, as expected. Sounds like capacity for all 6 sessions. It's not 100,000 wrestling fans, by the way. It's mostly the same 20,000 people for each session.
Wait, are you telling me you don't think that each session is comprised of people that only paid
100%
for a
brand.
ticket of one for one of the six sessions?
I mean, you joke, but people throw that out as if that's exactly what's happening.
I feel like you should just say 100,000 tickets, and then you're good. We
But
sold
people go
100,000 tickets.
people
yeah.
go. There's 120,000 wrestling fans that go to NCAAs each year, and it's like, no, dude. Why?
Divided by 4.
Divided by
6.
6.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Shapiro up 4-0.
Is that another takedown, or was he already on top?
I think he's just riding.
That's
That was
takedown.
another takedown.
I think he's just riding now that he got
After
that other
the takedown.
takedown.
Yeah.
Maxed out up 8-1. No scores in Lachlan Styles. McNeil, Ethan. Coder Hunt still trails by 3. Happel trying to give the Panther Train another dub. You got that whistle ready?
Oh, yeah. It's Thanks, Spay. Thanks for the reminder. We are all...
Batman says Paw Paw was out getting hammered at Chili's. I saw him there. I do like a good Chili's.
Chili's, I was probably closed by the time we left here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely by the time we got there, because we were kind of out in the middle of somewhat nowhere.
In Hill Country.
Yeah.
The other thing is that like any of those chain restaurants that are just like people like they're just working to collect paychecks.
Yeah.
If you're like the last customer there, you get evil eyes. Like they're all just like
And maybe spit in your food.
yeah, like cleaning up and breaking down all the tables and stuff like all around you loudly, like putting chairs up,
Yeah,
like
you walk
okay.
As they walk by the
Can I get
fire
a-
alarm, they're sort of like brushing it with their shoulder, like, oh, maybe it accidentally goes off.
Yeah.
Can I get a menu, too?
By the way,
Yeah. How about dessert? No.
Spay, important programming note.
I just got a text from my dad. This is not a programming note.
Okay.
Apparently, and I forgot this.
Thanks.
I had Tim Tams in my Christmas stocking this year from my parents.
Oh, my gosh.
I forgot about it, but I didn't try the Tim Tam Slam. But
You got to do a Tim Tam Slam.
There's a chance that I still have the Tim Tams. I don't know.
Then you could
I could try to slam it later.
You could rewatch the Cam Slams.
Get some boiling hot water.
Get some
Tim Tam Slams.
Yeah.
Just bring that up to about a nice hot temp of 280 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep. Yeah. Why stop at 212? You know?
Just keep going.
Yeah. Just crank it. Get the Tim Tam in there. So.
Coder trying to cut the corner. Apple holding tough though.
Stout working on a major decision over here.
Chasing that takedown.
Coder Hunt looks like he's kind of running out of steam. Like, man, he put it all out there just to get onto the podium. And Apple, he's an underclassman, right?
I think this might be Happel's last year. But it might not. Might be his junior year.
Let's see. What was the last 7th, 8th match?
Oh, Coder High is crazy. It looked like Happel was finishing that takedown for sure.
Oh, this has got to be Happel's last year. It says 2019, 2020 when I Google him.
Oh, wow.
Is that even possible?
You
He's a freshman.
You don't just go right to WrestleStat, huh?
I'm kind of crazy and unhinged, so I do things in weird ways.
There it is. Oh, man, they just showed, so Max Stout just got the major decision in the 7th place match. They just panned over to the crowd, showed his brother Luke.
Oh, cool.
Which is cool, but also kind of, that's heartbreaking. He beat his brother Luke in the round of 16 in this tournament, so at least
One of them made it.
At least Mac went on, represented the family.
Oh, they gave Happel the takedown. It says 7-2.
Okay.
Maybe they're reviewing that now. All right, so all the 7/8s are in the books. Yeah? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And a bunch of the fifths.
5th, 4th, 6th. 3rd place bouts, too. I have no thirds yet. All right, so they review it. Doug Schwab is pleading his case.
Yeah, it is funny because, I mean, they have independent reviewers here at this tournament, and so, you know, pleading your case to the official on the mat,
Yeah.
it's not going to change anything, but it's the only thing you can do, so they're going to do it.
Yeah. All right, takedown comes off, and 37 seconds. Can Coder Hunt get the takedown? I think Happel's wrestling too tough.
Too tough, too furious.
None faster, no more furious. Plus, you can just back up now. That's apparently in the rules.
Shapiro 10-0 win. He's going to pick up a 5th place finish for the Big Red at 157.
Shapiro, I think a lot of people, me myself included, were thinking Shapiro's got finalist material written on him, but apparently not. Was not to be. Coder Hunt not going to be able to get this last takedown. I don't think anyway. Yeah, it goes YOLO lat drop. But from the 4th seed, a respectable 6th place finish. Cale Happel finishes 5th from the 5th place. And also that's good for, I mean, you know, would have liked some extra points, but my fantasy team appreciates Coder Hunt's service. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate his service as a troop.
Yeah. Looks like nobody's updated our fantasy scoreboard here for quite a while, Spade.
Yeah, I think it's because it's either CP or
think it's Ollie.
Ollie, yeah. Ollie's lazy. I was going to say,
I hope he's watching.
yeah.
Oh, he's lazy.
He's not. He's sleeping right now. 100%.
probably.
I guarantee it. I think,
Almost noon.
well, all right. He's maybe up, but he's not paying attention.
No.
Okay. Oh, Dave's got the fall over McGonigal.
Yeah, big win for Braden Davis.
McGonigal also on my fantasy team. Thank you for your service, sir.
All right, so yeah, my fantasy team, I got Lilidal in the third place match, Lucas Bird in the finals, Jacob Frost, he was seventh, right?
So
Cannon Webster did not place, unfortunately. Joey Blaze in the finals, Peyton Hall going for third, Patrick Kennedy going for third, McAnally going for third, Salazar's endless salad bar done.
0-2.
Not quite so endless. Trumbull going for third, and Bennett Berge, did he not place? What's going on?
1-2 for Bennett Bergs.
Dang.
Yeah.
He was my flex pick.
Your 84s just gave you nothing.
Well, McAnally's in the third place match, so I wouldn't say.
Oh, Bergey's wait. Salazar's 97.
That's
I keep
right.
wanting to think he's an 84.
Well,
McAnally's also not going to get you anything because they're going to DQ all his points, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Just kidding. That's a salty team.
Batman Sucks giving out some rare praise in the chat. He said aside from, and he had to throw a little shade, but he said aside from the first session being janky with times and scores, Matt Cass has been awesome.
Yeah.
And I would say yes. I would say I agree.
Yeah.
And also, Batman Sucks spelled awesome with a 3 instead of an E, so he's a little janky too, like all of us can be.
That's just that leet speak.
Yeah.
Batman Sucks been on the internet. He knows how to be leet. All right, all fifth placers out there right now.
Yep, 149 up through 184.
We are racing through this
the session.
session.
Neil, oh man, Ethan Styles hung onto that leg in the scramble.
Neil's gonna
And
score
McNeil's
this.
going to get it.
Is this, did Munoz make it? Is this Oregon State's lone
Lone
AA? Mm-hmm. Oregon State, yeah, with just the one AA, and it's Ethan Styles.
Creative writer Ethan Styles looking for fifth place. Currently leads 4-3, 12 seconds left in the second period.
Yeah. This would be a good time to do like a letter writing campaign in support of Ethan Styles. Let Oregon State know what a good job he's doing.
Actual letters? Like what?
Yeah, just maybe get all your friends to send texts at the same time.
Yeah. Maybe get a Google Doc going.
Simon Ruiz, Cade DeVos. That's an interesting one. I don't know if you've seen that matchup. It's not often Cornell and South Dakota State compete against each other in sports.
Yeah.
Different institutions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some connections there between Cornell
That's right.
and South Dakota State.
Damien. How long?
Camp Simaz?
And Camp Simaz. South Dakota State with two Cornell affiliates on there.
Cam
Big
Smash
Redmond.
Mouth Simaz?
How long was Damien at Cornell? Feels,
Quite a
Like
long
a
time.
decade, right?
I think
Yeah.
over a decade.
Yeah.
and those were those like formative Cole years too. Those were like peak Cornell.
Man, if you told me Hunter Garvin, Terrell Bearclaw was going to be 0-0 after the first, I would have said no way. If we would have put a push-up bet on that, I would have lost.
Luckily for you, we didn't.
McNeil's stormed back 7-4. He's gonna loot the greatness of Styles.
Damian Hahn got to Cornell in 2006.
Yeah. So he's there from when was their Cornell's first champ under Cole? Was like Jordan Lean or
Might have been lean. Which would have been like 07 or
Yeah.
8.
so he's there from the
Oh, no, they had Travis Lee.
Travis Lee.
Was he their first? I don't remember exactly when Rob took over, but yeah, Lee was definitely before Lean.
How about the career for Terrell Bearclaw? We've mentioned it in previous sessions, but
That's
Penn
worthy to
State
do again.
backup. Penn State backup for his whole career. Returns to his home state of Utah to wrestle for Adam Hall in Adam Hall's first season at Utah Valley as the head coach. And here he is in the fifth place match. Man, awesome to see him not only have the opportunity, but take advantage of it.
And awesome for President Astrid Tumenes
That
of
is
Utah
huge
Valley.
for,
She is a big wrestling supporter. Front row tickets, front row seats.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Lee was the first Cornell champ in
Under
I don't
Cole.
know how many years, but yeah, 2003, then again in 2005, 2008, Jordan Lean, so now we're into the Damian Hahn era. Troy Nickerson, 09, and then Kyle Dake, Simez, Bozak, Dean Garrett, Yanni Vito. Pretty good. It's a lot of champions to watch. No Cornell champs this year, but several AAs. You got Chris Foca on the mat. Meyer Shapiro already finished his season as an All-American. Ruiz made the podium. You know, Cornell has never had
Off the mat. I thought Garvin was going feet to back there. Cornell has never had what?
heavyweight All-American.
I've
Really?
heard that. Yeah.
Never, ever.
That is so weird.
Yeah. You think just like law of averages or something.
Rob Cole became the head coach at Cornell in 1993, and I think David Hirsch won a national title in 94. So
You know your Cornell lore.
it's because Brian Smith was at Cornell.
You know your Brian Smith lore.
And telling you that little nugget.
Jackson Smith out 4-1. Chris Foca in the lead there.
Those are fun wrestlers. Smith and Foca.
Yeah, between Garvin, Foca, and Smith, I figured somebody'd be on their back by now. McNeil leading 7-5 over Ethan Styles.
Yeah, and Matt too, Ruiz DeVos has been more blood time than it has been wrestling.
I like it better when they're wrestling.
I actually do too.
Yeah.
That, you know my opinion is, unless the blood is a slip hazard, you let him wrestle.
Yeah.
Or you show me evidence that it's actually like some sort of health risk.
Give me a peer-reviewed paper.
Review it with peers. Publish it in a reputable journal.
Define reputable journal.
No.
Okay. Just publish it on the internet.
In a reputable journal, I'm just not going to define one of that for you.
Okay.
McNeil with the 7-4 lead. Nearing the end of the match there. Styles trying to work his way out.
He's got that leg cinched.
Oh, Styles has McNeil high.
Down to the mat. It's so tempting when someone has that leg to just like pull it up, but now you're just like keeping them closer attached to you. But that's just like the only motion you can like really do.
Yeah. I wonder if Styles and McNeil overlapped that year Styles was at Wyoming Sem, or if McNeil was already graduated.
Pulls the headgear off.
Man.
But they're going to wrestle on, and that'll
McNeil's
do
from
it.
Canada. He's used to wrestling with no headgear.
That's right.
So there it is. Lachlan McNeil gets the win. 8-4 with the riding time point. He's your 5th place finisher.
Lachlan McNeil. What do you think his opinion of the Loch Ness Monster is?
Fake.
I think he's a believer.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He's
guys.
named after Loch Ness, Lachlan.
Lock this Manil.
Lachlan McNeil. Chris Foca looking to add to his lead.
That's a
And,
takedown.
Yeah, he's going to get it. 7-3. $197 coming to the mat. Stephen Little, Joey Novak, the 15 and the 12 seed. And there's Terrell Bearclaw getting the 1-0 win.
1-0.
Gross. Yeah, Hunter's chasing him all over the mat. Like, what's the deal? Well, those are the rules.
Bearclaw ends his career 5th place finisher at the NCAA Championships. This is one where I'd like to be in the crowd, just kind of hear. How are the Penn State fans supporting Bearclaw right now? I think probably quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, they still got their guy at 65, so it's not like one of those like, oh, well, he left and then he outplaced or whatever. It's like he was not seeing the lineup. He was there if he was needed. If somebody gets injured, he was there, and now he plays 5th, and they still got Messenbrink. Not, you want to call it a lock.
Yeah.
He's
heavy.
he's the heaviest favorite outside of Gable Steveson, I think.
Yeah, but well, I mean, I think he might be a heavier favorite. Hendrickson, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he. Oh, and Treffin gets the.
Flexed it.
Yep. That's another great story. Very similar. You know, there's similarities to Bear Claws. Mm-hmm. Treffin did get 2 shots at making All-American, but had to go to Bethlehem, PA. Finally get on the podium.
Yeah, that's nuts. At NC State to start the year, ended up here.
All-American Lehigh.
And he is, let me see how many All-Americans from South Carolina there have been.
We got our first third place match coming to the mat. I think we should probably take a quick break.
Sounds
when we
great.
come back, third place action will be coming at you. Back. We got third place action on the mat. Bo Bartlett already with a takedown over CJ Composto at 141 and at 125. Luke Lillidahl, Matt Ramos, many people's NCAA finals prediction match. That's happening. No score. Minute 15 into that one.
Certainly what I predicted.
For the finals.
Ruiz on mat 2, Damian Hahn was challenging something. It's 1-1, but Ruiz has over a minute of riding time, and the clock reads 0 after the third. So this will be a Ruiz win unless Damian saw something that the referees on the mat didn't see. Looks like no call. And that's it. Sportsmanship for DeVos. What a career from DeVos.
Yeah.
Like, you love those stories of guys that, didn't even know if they were D1 caliber. The recruiting process wasn't, blue chip guy.
Yeah.
And that's DeVos, and he spent a couple extra years there. I think he was in the pharmaceutical school. Remember hearing him talk about that. And he's going places.
2-time All-American. And nobody was really picking that probably either year. Although I did pick it this year.
So somebody did.
Yeah. 13 seed, though. Well outperformed from Altoona, Iowa.
Let me take a look at my 174 prediction. I picked Cade DeVos to finish 6th place.
And guess what?
He did finish 6th place.
Well
Although
done.
I picked Simon Ruiz to finish 7th, so that was messed up.
Wow, Ramos had the first takedown, and now Lillidahl's got rear standing and no takedown. There it is.
Escape takedown.
So he leads
Lillidahl's-
4-3.
I got 7 out of the 8 All-Americans correct at
That's pretty good.
at 174. I'm pretty proud of that.
Let me see.
The only one who I picked a place that didn't was Carson Hartzler.
I picked, did Thompson All-American? Garrett?
No.
Okay, well, I got 7 then as well.
We're both really good at this, Spay. So
Bow down!
Who's the one you missed?
Thompson.
Oh, you had Thompson in there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, I missed 2. I had Pinto
Okay.
sneaking in there, but I had Wask,
I'm starting to think if I keep asking, it's going to be you missed 3 and then 4.
Keegan,
Yep.
Levi,
Yep.
Hamity,
Yep.
Kennedy,
Yep.
Ruiz, and Wask.
Okay, cool.
So that's 6.
And I got DeVos. So
You-
I'm
you
very
got-
proud of that.
You got DeVos.
I was a DeVos supporter when you were a complete and utter hater of freaking DeVos.
I have him in the round of 12.
Okay.
So back off.
All right.
Now Bartlett has Composto on his back.
Wow.
Oh,
30
that's
seconds
tight.
to go in the period. He's looking for a fall. He's going to pick up.
I feel like they weren't looking for that fall when he was clearly flat.
Bartlett dude, if they could break that team point record and a
Yeah.
pin here would help. Bo Bartlett trying to end his really impressive Penn State career with a pin and a 3rd place finish. That would be a fitting way for Bartlett to go out.
Yeah. When
Well,
he missed
it'd be kind of odd, but he didn't get a lot of pins. But
he didn't qualify as like a true freshman,
yeah, up at 149.
wrestling where they needed him. And then 3rd, 2nd, and looks like it's going to be 3rd. So
Yeah, 10-2 heading into the 3rd period there for Bo Bartlett. By the way, Ramos and Lillidahl. Lillidahl leads that one 5-3. Of course, Luke Lillidahl beat Matt Ramos in the Big Ten semis. Great career by Matt Ramos, too.
we're getting close to the final 10.
Matt Ramos started out at Minnesota.
Ooh, ankle pick Lillidahl. When he gets those picks working.
Ramos, an NCAA finalist 2 years ago, then round of 12 last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now in the 3rd place match.
You know, seeing Lillidahl hit that ankle pick reminds me of a dream I had last night, and I hit that same exact ankle pick.
Did you
You did?
really?
Yeah.
On who?
I don't know. You know, dreams are like kind of faceless or whatever. Like,
Okay.
I've never been an ankle pick guy, but I thought I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I think probably because I saw a bunch of ankle picks yesterday.
What's the best ankle pick you've seen this weekend?
Oh, man.
I got one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hamity on Levi Haynes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Is that because you did just a clip of it?
That
and
is,
posted
yeah,
it?
that's exactly why. Busted.
You know the best heavyweight high C to a lift and return that I saw?
I'm going to say Owen Treffen. Big
yeah.
O.
Yeah, Big O.
You guys know what the best leg pass was?
Parker Keckeisen.
Yeah.
Barky Kecky.
Easy.
What about the best body lock?
What about the best body?
I'm not going to comment.
You're fired.
Man, there it is. Joey Novak, 5th place for the Cowboys. And I believe they're going to get Jory Volk back next year.
I hope so.
All healthy. So
Yeah.
that'll be 2 All-Americans back in the lineup.
Novak 5th. And is that all the 5th place bouts?
That
I
is
think so. We got
That's
all
it.
thirds running around here.
Joey Novak Djokovic.
5, 6 are done. Nothing but 3rd placers.
Lillidahl leads Ramos 5-3 at 125 at 33. Zan Fugit trails Romney 3-1 at 41. Bo Bartlett, 9-point lead over Composto and D'Amelio, and Van Ness taking 2 on Matt 1. And Van Ness and D'Amelio was a overtime or a late takedown to win that match, I believe, for Van Ness in the dual meet.
Bartlett is your first 3rd placer.
There we go.
5-4, riding time not a factor. Lillidahl leads Ramos. 90 seconds left.
Spay, how close is Penn State getting to that points record?
Ooh, good question. Let me refresh. Bader, I don't know if you saw this website. It's called PennStateWrestlingClub.org.
Wait, what is it?
PennStateWrestlingClub.org says Penn State has 155 points.
160.
They're actually sliding back. Oh, okay. Well, these guys have something different.
Tracks
Wow,
a little
those guys need
faster
to-
refreshing, but that's okay.
Yeah, those guys need to.
Max points is still 191.
Okay.
So they're going to pick some up, you assume, in the finals. You think Mitch is going to win.
I
So-
assume they're going to pick some up at 125 here, but there's still 50 seconds left. in the match.
Oh, we're looking for a fall here from Lillidahl. Right as we're talking about bonus points and breaking a record,
Unreal.
Luke
Ramos was
Lillidahl.
right there, and then Bo was still on the floor.
Bo's literally on the mic.
Shane Van Ness is up 3-0 as well at 149.
Bo's mustache is gone.
Oh, wow. Wait, he had that yesterday, didn't he?
I don't know.
Am I crazy?
Maybe he had a shave to make weight.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, mustache got me as far as it could go, but. All right, Lilidol, true freshman third. Pretty good season for Luke.
Yeah, it's
Not
one of the
bad.
better true freshman
Yeah,
seasons we've seen.
fairly decent.
So it says 163 now for Penn State.
And it was 173,
72 and a half.
so they got to get to 173. So they need 10 more points.
Doable.
Yeah, Bartlett.
Oh, my goodness.
Bartlett had a mustache
Last night in the semis. I'm looking at it right now.
No mustache now.
I wonder if he. I think he's married, right? I wonder if his wife was like, "Hey, you can keep it as long as you keep winning."
Yeah, made a deal.
You know?
He's like, that's fair.
Yeah.
Minto Hall, that should be a fun one.
I hope somebody asks him about the mustache, or maybe he just talks about it unprompted.
Yeah, and we stopped talking about the shoes.
Guys, would you leave me alone about the shoes? Look at my face.
It's got to be.
My eyes are up here.
Minto with the first takedown on Hall. That was a fun scramble.
K-Sack with a lead.
Yeah, and they got Kasek and Van Ness out on the mat. Penn State does, so
They could pick
Tracking
up
that-
4 more
tracking
plus
that
bonus.
record.
They're going to have Levi Haynes coming up shortly as well, and then finalists at 84 and 97. Not having Kirkfleet this session could end up hurting, but they may not need him. They may.
wouldn't that be something? And they break it with,
Kirkfleet at semi-sliding to 6th.
Who would have ever predicted Greg Kirkfleet, Penn State's lowest finisher at this tournament?
Kirkfleet.
crazy.
Yeah, Kasak is wrestling hard too.
Yeah.
He's pedal to the metal. He's just Chumbley was trying to get into some scramble. He just slammed him down to the mat and then followed behind again.
I wonder if that, I don't imagine Penn State or Kale or the team preaches like, hey, we got to break this record, or let's try to break the record. That just doesn't seem like how they
Absolutely
are.
not,
But I
yeah.
wonder if any of those guys in their head, or in the back of their head, are thinking that.
You can't forget, these dudes have dads and uncles and friends and people that are like, hey, you guys are this close to the, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
whether
that's
your
what I mean, like-
whether your coaches say it or not, they're aware.
You're always going to try your hardest, but it's like, I really want to try to get that pin or get that bonus. And I know that's what they do anyways.
Yeah.
So,
Van Ness,
just contradicting myself.
another takedown there, 6'2", and he's going to cut D'Amelio loose at 6'3".
I like how Luke Lillidahl and Bo Bartlett won like back to back like that because, as Eric Steckel pointed out, Bo and Luke, the Dukes.
The Dukes of Hazzard.
If only they wrestled for Duke, it would be Bo and Luke of Duke.
Well, missed opportunity there. Maybe next year.
Maybe
Van Ness looking for
maybe they'll transfer.
another takedown here, fighting a wizard.
Bo, do you have another year of eligibility? Because we need to transfer to Duke. The possibilities are just too good.
Okay, Spay, you got it. Oh, and look at this, Van Ness!
Oh, he's close.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was looking at the
Oh
other
yeah,
screen.
I was looking.
One's a little bit ahead of the other one. He
There's
had
one screen we got here in the studio that's like 2 seconds behind.
he had
so.
D'Amelio on his back, tight for a split second.
Charlie's him asked for team scores again. What do you got on track wrestling? It's a little more up to date.
I'm going to tell you what we got on track wrestling. The team scores: Penn State 163.
Yo.
Luke Lillidahl put 3 more on the board. And each of these placing matches, I believe, is worth 1 point plus bonus. Is that right, Spay?
I think it depends on them. Yeah.
3rd, 5th, and 7th.
Because you get them built in the match
Right.
before.
Yeah, it's like 2 if you get to that next level.
Yeah, so you get 1 plus any bonus. So they've got 3 in the finals.
Which is worth 2. If you
Finals
win.
one's worth 2?
I thought it was worth 4.
Yeah, I thought it was worth 4.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I think a finals win is worth 4. So, I mean, that's 12 points available right there. Plus, they're winning in both these third place matches here. Shane Van Ness up by 8. Yeah, it's very possible that they break the team record despite what many people were describing as a down day.
It was just, yeah.
What if they only have one champ? It's possible.
Yeah.
Some might even say likely.
I wouldn't say likely.
All right, let's go. Over under champs. Making a bet.
Well, didn't we already do this at one point?
Yeah, but starting now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be under from what we all guessed probably originally.
Yeah.
Is it 1.5 or is it 2.5?
14-3 now. Van Ness leads D'Amelio.
Well, let's just guess the number. No over-under. Just guess the number.
Penn State champions.
I think they're going to have 2.
I'll say 1. I'm going to get crazy.
I say 1 as well. All right, Shup's on the line. Hall coming back on Minto, senior versus freshman. Zeth. How about the Stangs?
Yeah, look at that. Cal Poly, California P with a 3rd place finisher, Seth Romney.
The pride of St. Louis Obispo. Not bad. Good
Van Ness still pushing. He's up by 10. Plus riding time locked. So 2 takedowns is what he needs, or a takedown and near fall for a tech.
Superb tournament by Zane Fugit, no matter what. Freshman, that's a good sign for the Badger fans. Haynes Kennedy coming up. Yeah, you said that.
K-Sack still just a 3-0 lead. How about Trevor Chumbley? Just a tough guy to compete against every single time out.
Yeah.
20th seed, wrestling for 3rd.
Man.
And Chumbley is a senior. He's from, I believe, near you, Bader, St. Charles, Illinois.
St. Charles, Illinois? Okay.
Isn't that by St. Louis?
Yep. St. Charles, Missouri touches. St. Louis and St. Charles, Missouri are
Different.
neighbors.
Peyton Hall
I'm not sure where St. Charles.
extending his
Oh,
lead.
no. It's by Chicago. I lied.
Yeah. You're thinking St. Charles, Missouri.
Peyton
Yeah, I
Hall up
guess so.
12-5 over Chris Minto with
Oh, yeah, right here.
near fall coming.
You guys love your Saints in St. Louis.
Yeah, it's St. City.
There's Louis. There's Charles.
St. Peter's is over there. A little
Shane
further
Van
west.
Ness now 2 third-place
A little further
finishes
west,
in his
maybe.
career.
It's up near St. Charles. Fallon, St. Peter's.
Not that you
right
guys
here.
care,
Okay.
but
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're looking at the map. We got maps going.
Is there wrestling going on? What? Is it still
yeah,
happening?
Shane Van Ness, second, third-place finish in his career.
So is an extra point for a major, 1.5 for a tech, 2 for a pin? Is that right?
That's right.
So
So that's 2 more on the board, so it should be 165 when I refresh. I'm going to wait to refresh, though, till after KSAC gets
And
done.
you can put it on the board. How about Hall's career for West Virginia? 5-time qualifier, never took a red shirt, used that COVID year, round of 12, 8th, DNP 7th, and now potentially 3rd.
I like David's. They have uncles and dads and friends who are texting them.
Yeah,
and
they're
telling-
telling like the coaches only. I mean, they can't confiscate their. Well, they could confiscate their phones. I don't
I
think.
know
they,
teams that have done that in the
I
past.
don't think they do though.
I heard that Peyton Hall
to
was
change.
jamming out. I have a good source in the West Virginia program saying Peyton Hall was rocking out to some Tool in the locker in the practice room.
All right.
I heard it was in a car.
Practice
I
room?
heard it was in his car.
Do that too.
That's what I heard.
You might have a different source than I do.
Hotel.
I think I have the same
Same
source.
something really? Well, I have to check.
Who could it
Maybe get
be?
better sources, and then you could have the same story that I do.
Dustin Plott, Max McAnally. 30 seconds
This is,
in.
dude. This is.
Oh yeah,
This is a banger. Oh man.
This is maybe one of my
these guys came here to bang.
highly anticipated third place matches. Third place matches.
Haynes and Kennedy. All the smart guys have Haynes over Kennedy in their brackets before any wrestling started, so that could play out exactly as the smart guys predicted. Wouldn't be sad to see Kennedy win though. Refresh that. Bam.
It's fresh.
Fricka fresh.
KSAC 7-0 lead now, and if he rides this out, that's going to be an extra bonus point.
Man, every point counts at this juncture.
Yeah, when you're going for the record.
$35 to go. KSAC looking like he's going to get the ride out.
Yeah, he really is. Man, plot. Haynes up 3-1. So if everything kind of ends the way that it's scored right now, Penn State would have 3 points to their tally. They'd be at 168,
Oh, man.
which would mean
2 wins. And that's the end of it.
or 1 win, or if Mitchell Mesmer gets a bonus point, all they would need would be
That's well, you could get 3.5 points with a win and a tech.
Mesmer. No, he would get
4.
five and a half.
5.5. Yeah.
Or with a tech, or with a major, he'd get 5, and that'd be all he'd need, right? That'd be
Yeah.
173.
Final for KSAC 8-0, so indeed he'll put 3 more on the board.
Yeah,
Could put it on the board.
two more on the board. Right?
Yes, 2. You're right. I'm sorry.
All right, so 167 now officially in track wrestling, and Haynes could make that 168. That would mean literally one bonus point win tonight would give them the team record. If they win all 3 or 2.
If they win 2, they get it. If they get 1 and bonus, they get it.
What if they get 1 and bonus, and then Mesenbrink spikes his headgear and then back?
And that's it. Yeah.
I'm Bo Nickel.
Yeah. All right, 33 seconds left. McAnally plot. This is one of the, like, if you could pick one of the best matches we haven't seen yet this season, this might be it.
Yeah.
This is way up there.
I like how McAnally has like he's a redshirt freshman, but he's got that cracked headgear. You know, it's the gold Minnesota, but it's already looking all weathered.
CP said this at Big Tens, or maybe he said it on FRL. I don't know. I think it was at Big Tens. He said McAnally just looks like the prototype for a University of Minnesota wrestler. He just looks
Square shoulders.
just yeah,
Came off the
strong,
conveyor belt.
strong jaw. Just
I think Plot's pretty cowboy-esque.
that's right. The teeth, you got the missing teeth.
Yeah.
A little lankier, you feel like, as that traditional cowboy.
He got
body
engaged at a
type.
Brahms. I mean,
He got engaged at Brahms.
yes.
That's Oklahoma.
Brahms, burger ice cream shop.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Burger, ice cream, gas station,
Milk,
you
eggs.
want to buy some toys for your kids. You got a little bit of everything. One of my favorite pieces of SID created sports media this year. The Oklahoma State account posted I think it was Plot, maybe one of the Sheets brothers, somebody else, all talking about how they deal with their missing teeth.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Very Oklahoma
This is awesome.
centric.
Yeah. JD was reading that yep. Mm-hmm.
JD who's missing teeth.
I love when JD gets on an episode of FRL and forgets to bring his teeth.
Yeah. Dude, him and Tyler did that whole road trip where they were raising money
Yeah, a
and
year
sleeping
ago.
in wrestling clubs. And JD's like, yep, forgot my tooth. So he did the entire thing. He's like the interviewer while Tyler shot everything.
Classic. All right, no score. Plot McAnally. Plot riding, and we saw this with. What do you
Look what just happened.
Oh, clap! I bet he's gonna clap.
Oh, Ferrari's clapping.
All right.
Did he already clap?
Yes, he just clapped.
10 seconds into the match.
Yes.
Oh, okay. By the way, we saw we saw Plot in that match against Angelo Ferrari put on a really, really compelling ride.
Good ride, cowboy.
Yeah, that was a good ride, Cowboy. Didn't end up with the win, but. By the way, Levi Haynes now 7-2 lead.
He'll need another takedown if he wants to get bonus.
He keeps looking for that
Suck back?
lift and suck back, and chin drop.
Yeah, Haynes is tough.
He just looks.
Kennedy's tough though too.
Yeah, but Haynes giving up so much size, but still has enough strength.
Oh man, Colton Schultz going big boy, grilling on a roof on Isaac Trumbull.
He can move.
I ain't never seen a big boy grilling on the roof. What are your guys' thoughts on Oklahoma State adding the chevron, a little extra,
I like it.
to the singlet?
You know what I like about Oklahoma State? They have the traditional look that they do sometimes, and then they have some variations. I think why not? Yeah, why not go a little new school, a little old school, mix it up.
Yeah. My thing is, as long as you can still tell what singlet it is from afar, adding that chevron, that's still Oklahoma State orange. There's no doubt about it.
Yep.
Michigan, you could maybe, I don't know, the ones that make it tough are Arizona State will have a white, a maroon, a yellow, the black, and it's I don't know who's Arizona State.
You could argue that for McAnally. Black?
Yeah.
Wait, Minnesota.
Yeah, no, I agree. They should be
They got
that
the maroon, they got the gold.
I think it should be maroon or gold. Not that anybody at Minnesota needs my opinion on this.
No, this is nobody from Minnesota
Is
the
asking.
coaching staff.
I
is
kind of like
watching.
it. I think they look good. It's fine.
I think it looks fine, but I would rather have the identifiable. It's either the gold or the maroon, depending on whatever. But if they want to change it up, my thing is all the the fans or the traditionalists will say this, that, it should be that, and the coaches are whatever gets the recruits happy, whatever the kids like. They don't.
Oh, Kennedy in on a shot, but Haynes gonna roll him through, get the takedown, and if he rides out, this is gonna be a major decision.
Yeah, it's 15 left.
2 more points on the board.
I think they're gonna get it.
They're gonna be at 169, it appears, after the medal matches. Sheesh.
Yeah, and Schultz and Trumbull throwing haymakers.
So they'll be one.
Big boy, how you do it like that?
They're one win away from breaking the record. Right?
1 win away from. Yes. Any win in the finals gives Penn State, the team record.
Unless they go over. So that is Haynes. Did I already pencil Haynes in?
Still just a devastating performance from Penn State. How are people?
Did somebody actually say devastating?
No, I mean, I don't know, but people were just like very, very, they were concerned, complaining.
I ain't never seen a big boy gorilla on the roof. All right, 30 seconds left in the first period for Cardenas Ferrari.
Plott has escaped. He's got riding time at 2 minutes. So McAnally going to need a takedown here.
Yeah, we still got Plott McAnally going on.
Or I guess Plott. Or I guess McAnally could use a couple.
Did
stall calls,
McAnally
something
choose
like
neutral? Oh, shoot, look at that. McAnally's got the leg. You can look a
that.
little.
No, McAnally chose bottom and Plott rode him out.
Ah.
All right, 0-0, Cardenas Ferrari. There's a chance, Spay, that Cardenas Ferrari, Doug Villaro, award winner.
Yeah, this is
It's trending that way.
we have a true end of the session
Although-
coming up.
Colton Schultz and Trumbull are looking like they are feeling a ride-out match here.
And Trumbull, you can just tell, like, he wrestles so hard, but it's still like these are heavyweights, not 197-pounders.
Yeah.
And he's been a little wear and tear after this tournament.
Yeah, and I mean Schultz can move, man. He really can. When he's in in top shape, he can get after it. So, oh man, he's got that leg in.
Try to turn him across.
You could just see when, like, Trumbull went back, he's like, this is going to suck.
McAnally's got the leg. McAnally looking to score. McAnally's going to get a
he got
takedown.
it.
Wow. That's going to make it 3-2. Riding time locked, though. So, man, we could have a 184-pounder Doug Villaro award winner, potentially.
We got Doug Villaro's all over the place.
Man.
Let's go, Dougie V.
Yeah. Man, Trumbull was like, sit out, I'll turn in. And then it was like, no, it's just going to suck.
Splat.
This is just going to be,
Splat.
yeah.
Zeke wants a stall call.
Yeah, just let him work for the half. Oh, he wants the near fall.
You got to get
Two,
two.
we got two.
That's probably enough to ice it. For
in the third.
Colton Schultz.
Yeah.
So McAnally's got the ride, though, for the next 36 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a tall task.
Oh, could we get Trumbull
Oh,
reversal?
wait, did McAnally just cut him?
Because he
McAnally
doesn't
wants
think he
to
can
work.
ride?
McAnally's going to work from here. Oh, Plott took the shot.
Oh, my
McAnally's got
gosh.
it reject. He's going to get it.
Oh, he got
Holy
it!
smokes!
What in the world?
Wow! Plott shot off the whistle and then gave McAnally, you got to take that in 10 seconds.
Man.
Oh, my
Eggum's like, what? That's how we do it.
Tactically, not, but you know what?
Shoot or shoot.
That's his career. He's not going to stop now. Been doing
And
it for years.
Schultz
It
gets a
actually
little...
seemed like, going back, it's like, yeah, it seems like a good tactic. You go on offense instead of, like, we always talk about that. You run, that's not the right, it could catch up to you, but.
So
Plott's
Schultz
in a
is
bad
going to go
spot.
4th, 2nd, 7th, 6th, 3rd.
5-time All-American.
Five different placements.
Wow.
never repeating the same step on the podium.
5 Holtz, if you ask me.
McAnally's back in on the
Five
leg,
volts.
the final seconds. Max McAnally of Minnesota.
Wow. And yeah, we still got 2 minutes of Ferrari Cardenas, and Ferrari escaped. How much riding time did Cardenas get?
So McAnally has 2 losses on his career, and they're both overtime to the guys who are in the finals.
Yeah. Only 11 seconds did Cardenas ride Ferrari. And now, in Ferrari's words, are these coaches going to be dumb enough to put their guys underneath? Cardenas goes underneath. I don't think any of the coaches that chose bottom against Ferrari or the wrestlers are dumb, for the record.
So Penn State, officially with their 12th Cale Sanderson era team title.
Not bad.
And we're going to have a 197-pound Doug
Doug
Villaro.
Villaro, yeah, winner of this one.
And that's going to, is that going to make this match mean just a little bit more to both these guys?
Both the Villaro?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, those Doug Villaro awards, they don't just give those out. You have to earn it.
They actually don't give those out.
They just don't give them out.
Just don't.
They just don't.
They don't just like mention them on a watch party and then maybe tweet about it. Yeah, McAnally's face looked like he got punched a bunch of times.
Oh, Colton Schultz, that was an upset, guys.
Oh, thanks. Thanks,
you very
Bader.
much.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, I don't want to rob you guys of any bell ringing.
Thank you. Hate robbery.
Yeah, Ruel.
Oh, AJ trying to keep him in bounds. Oh, I see him putting the hand in. Smart. Dude, he is smart tactically with that.
With no COVID, McAnally could have been a 4-timer. Yeah. I mean, there's also the other 3 years. You can't just give it to him yet. Who's saying they're haters? Terry DeBrow, almost as big of haters as Flo. We don't hate. Nobody hates. Nothing but love here. Except you, Terry. I hate you.
It's pretty strong, Spay.
Ferrari Cardenas. What if this goes like another 10 minutes?
Why
Why not? You know?
Good.
Why are they showing Fugit Romney?
That's just what they like to do.
That's not live, ESPN. Give us Ferrari Cardenas.
Oh, on the big screen, yeah.
Yeah, what the heck?
So we tell Shane Sparks to tell the guy who's in charge.
24 seconds of riding time, so Ferrari needs to ride for 30 more seconds, and then he's in good shape. Oh, holding on to that leg. Wow, Cardenas thought he was out.
Yeah, they swing around the out of bounds and wrestle. Eat some more clock.
Yeah, he's still got to ride for another 49 seconds to lock in that point. And
And then we'll just have more blood.
More blood.
this is starting to really remind me of the Pac-12 finals.
It might not even be 10. It could be.
Yeah.
We might be here till the finals.
The Pac-12 final was like this, where like Ferrari's putting this ride on, and then that one was more about concussion protocol stuff. But I think
with
the limit-
Little.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of stops and starts. Ferrari had his warm-up jacket on in between breaks. It was interesting.
So Taylor and Trumbull, both MWC guys.
Yeah.
Millard South, Patriot Boys Wrestling on Twitter is pointing that out.
Thank you, Patriot boys.
Yeah.
If Penn State breaks this team record,
When?
it would be odd, but that would be considered the greatest team. I mean, by points,
Yeah.
numerically,
Yeah, greatest performance.
the greatest NCAA team of all time.
Or-
but it's weird to think about because so many of their other teams, more finalists, more champs.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, greatest performance doesn't mean greatest team, right? And this is the greatest performance on this weekend.
Yeah, and it would be a performance that is, below the potential.
Expectations?
Yeah, the expectations.
So I had AJ as placing third, so if he wins here, I nailed it.
Big on you, Spay.
I had AJ finishing first.
Stephen Buchanan hater.
No way. No way, dude.
All right, 41 seconds of riding time for AJ, with 44 seconds left in the third, as Cardenas gets set. AJ switches sides. Cardenas up to his feet, sits. I'll stop doing play-by-play so we don't go to jail.
Yeah, let's not go to
Just
jail.
tell them facts, Spay. They're standing up and
How frustrating.
they go,
Almost into the
Beyond.
photogs. Look how many photogs down there.
they're all waiting for, you know what they're waiting for? Double birds.
The double,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. AJ getting very close to that minute of riding time.
He's over, 101.
There he is.
Oh, well, okay,
Yeah,
this is a little ahead.
you're
I'm
cheating.
cheating.
Thanks.
I've cheated.
I was trying to keep it
Keep it real.
real, but
You know I likes to keep it real. So Doug Villaro, probably going to be AJ Ferrari.
Stalling on Ferrari. No, he's throwing his hands up. That was the
he's got to be careful.
downfall.
He can't get hit
If he
for...
stalls one more time,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. He still wins. If he gets the right
Why not
out.
just let him go now at this point? I don't know.
Maybe if you get in trouble, right? Like
Stall and then the escape, and then we have overtime.
Yeah. That'd be a true
2.
Doug Fallaro. Man, Ferrari is tough on top.
Yeah, it's got to be so frustrating if you're Cardenas and you're doing all that, and then he just floats. 10 seconds.
driving forward. Yeah, AJ Ferrari's gonna win this thing. Just his second NCAA appearance, right?
Yep.
That's right. CSU Bakersfield, Roadrunners, number 3.
Did he just kiss him on the head?
He
And
just-
on the,
And on the
face.
cheek?
yeah, with tongue.
No, not.
Hey,
There was no.
now they're back in the center on their knees. This isn't play-by-play, right? They're just on their knees, talking to each other and hugging. I guess it's like, hey, that's.
They're just sharing a moment. He's like, he might be saying, "Hey, put in a good word for
Now
me." in
AJ
Michigan."
tried to lift his hand.
He's like,
And he's like, don't lift my hand.
AJ's like, "Hey, put in a good word for me at Michigan."
yeah, by the way, you all need another 97 pounder,
Can
right?
you give me Sean Burmett's number?
Oh man, he's
Ready?
fired up.
Tell
Come
me
on.
we're gonna see birds.
But here's
What
the
if
thing.
we don't see splits and birds?
Is he gonna throw him? Oh yeah, he's okay.
He threw his coach
Luke Smith.
reluctantly.
He was like, don't throw me. He
right.
did the opposite of the.
Any birds? He just
Yeah.
did those in the Conti semis. Oh wait, no, he's getting.
Here we
his-
go, guys.
Hold on, are we? What are
You
we doing?
guys ready?
All right, pump it
He's
up.
pumping up the crowd. Let's go. Let me hear it.
Oh yeah, there we go. The perfect
He's
split.
not facing the.
Yeah, turn around. A guy like that, you would imagine, knows where the photographers are.
No, he just did it to the scores table.
AJ Ferrari.
Maybe that's what he thought where the video camera
Quinn's
was.
gonna grab him. Man, what a session! Penn State, they got a chance to break the team record.
I think I got it. Yeah.
I can't wait for it. Man, we got the finals coming up tonight. We're gonna.
Don't be late. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. They are starting with Parker Keckeisen versus Carter Starachi. The best match of the night. It's going first. And we're going to end with Gable and Hendrickson. So don't be late. Here or, wherever you're going to watch.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to session 5. We'll see you for session 6. For Andrew Spey and Mark Bader, I'm David Bray, and we'll see you later tonight. Bye-bye.